Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Sunday evening. Welcome to the show. All right. Jake Lang wears blackface in response to Druski parody. I love it. I was laughing. I enjoyed this thoroughly. But, listen, I'm from a different era. So that's the humor that I grew up on. There's been countless entertainers throughout American, film and theater that have worn blackface. So let's not act like, this is so traumatic. However, in today's day and time, is this not necessary? Is this, unwanted? I can see how some people would say that and think that, but now we have to be real with ourselves. There are people right now who are part of the dominant society who wore blackface for years. Jimmy Kimmel, right? And a host of others. Jimmy Fallon, Tina Fey, Billy Crystal, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. Even though it was just for one film, he wore blackface. So, I want to get your thoughts. Is this, just a response to Druski, who I think Druski is that guy right now, for real. Druski put on, whiteface. I think he had Erica Kirk in her feelings, talking about filing a lawsuit or something to that effect, right? I'm going to play the video. I most certainly am. This will be a throwaway show, I assure you. I don't expect to really get any traction out of Jake Lang's name in the title of this video. I need you guys to hit the like button and all that sort of jazz. Members only, good evening. Thank you for being members. I want to talk to my members tonight because we are delineating from bum-ass niggas. Okay. Corona on deck. I got the nap in. It's hot as hell where I'm at, Emerald Isle, North Carolina, in case you don't know. Hot as hell today, but I'm excited to be here and talk to you guys tonight, all right? Also, Spain has won the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Do you care? This has been a big deal, the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to play a little clip. I'm not sure if it's going to be a copyright issue or not, but I want to play it for those who, have been watching and paying attention, all right? Okay, a bunch of notes here this evening. And a little bit later, have you guys heard of Pastor Manning from Harlem, New York? Well, he's been grinding for decades. He put out a new video saying that black people are lying about building America. He says, cut it out. He says that's cap. You didn't even build anything in the continent of Africa. Going balls deep. Pastor Manning will play that later, okay? All right. Thank you again for tuning in this evening. I'm going to have a couple of special guests call in. And guys, to my knowledge, Kana, who calls into the show from time to time, and she cams up as well. Kana sent me and Deeds an email last week. She's in Jordan. She's out there dodging Scud missiles and shit like that. But she's standing 10 toes down, and she says that us, we need to get out of Babylon. She says she's handling what she's going through, but we need to get out of Babylon. So for those of you who have been asking, yo, Starhouse Connor, she's standing 10 toes down, all right? Okay, let's get down to business here. Sunday night, I want to play this Jake Lang video, and I'll get your thoughts on it. And here we go.
White people, man, they're pretty fucking girls, man, that they take like 400 fucking years for. Donald Trump, fucking Democrat, Republican.
I don't know what to do, man. Fucking kill white people, man. That's what I'm fucking gonna do, man. They all deserve to die. Slavery, man. Fucking slavery, they're gonna slave my people.
Chimping out.
Man, why don't no white bitches ever talk to me, man? Can't fucking stand these white people. Think they're better than the years of slavery. Fucking slavery. I'm fucking tired of these white women. I'm gonna get that white bitch. I'm gonna get that white girl. I'm gonna get this white bitch. Die, white bitch. I got that white bitch. For 400 years of slavery, I got that white bitch.
Oh, wow. Okay. So there it is. Jake Lang. I got some of your comments on the screen early. Okay. Thank you for being a part of the madness tonight. Again, this is one of those shows where getting the traction may or may not be there, but we will discuss this in detail. Good evening in the live chat. How you guys feeling? Heat advisories everywhere. Okay. Someone says tasteless. Well, okay. Some of the best humor is tasteless. But I'm not trying to sway you. If you say, no, Star, that's out of line, out of pocket. Okay. And Jake Lang has responded. A couple of other people have chimed in. Peace to the God, Al Tariq. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Okay. Jake Lang. Now, people, black people, let's be clear, get offended when white people do something to them, by way of a violent nature, things of that matter. But what about when black people do things to other black people? I'm concerned about that. And I know many of you are as well. I want to go back before I forget about this video. Pardon me. I'm going to come back to Jake Lang shortly. But did you guys hear about that 15-year-old black girl in St. Louis? Catch this one. Her and her boyfriend allegedly cut off the grandmother's thumbs to steal her iPhone.
Father of the teen girl accused of killing her own family in East St. Louis sits down with Fox 2 today. Marcus May made brief statements shortly after the weekend killings, offering no excuse for his daughter's alleged actions. And now he's talking with Fox Files investigator Chris Hayes to go deeper into this. Chris.
Marcus May lost his mother and sister during a killing spree that prosecutors say involved his own 15-year-old daughter. He sat down with us inside his mother's home. Marcus May's sister, Cherie, was the first killed, then May's nephew, Devin, and May's mom, Patricia.
Wow. Because she didn't deserve any of this. My mom ultimately died because of her love.
Patricia and Devin went to check on Cherie. Police say May's daughter was inside Cherie's home with her teen boyfriend, both reportedly runaways who family was trying to help.
Due to the fact that was her grandbaby, she went to try to save and see if she could save. And to get took out like that is like, wow.
The teens allegedly cut off Grandma's thumb so they could access her iPhone.
Oh,
stop right there. Did you hear it? You heard it from me, but now did you hear it on the news? One more time.
The teens allegedly cut off Grandma's thumb so they could access her iPhone.
Oh,
the teens allegedly cut off Grandma's thumb so they could access her iPhone.
Oh.
The teens allegedly cut off Grandma's thumb so they could access her iPhone.
Oh, my mom was 70-something years old. She just got that iPhone. She barely knew how to work the lock on the front door, let alone doing fingerprinting for an iPhone.
As May thinks about his own daughter arrested.
She looked just like me. That was my only child. So yeah, that none of this comes easy.
He says he and his family were working hard to save her.
To look back at all the lies she told, like to sit down and talk to your child and be like, are you okay? What's wrong? Talk to me.
Coming up tonight at 5 in the Fox Files, the hit list he says he learned about and that he was on.
There he is, Florida Boy Jay tapping in. Good evening, sir.
Yo.
Yes, sir. How are you, man? Good to hear from you.
Hey, it's a real nigga Sunday, man. Yeah. Salute to Spain for packing out them broke ass Argentinians.
Okay.
Messi, all. Hey, I'm a Ronaldo nigga, man. Messi ain't winning the goddamn thing in this bitch. First nigga, hey, all second place is a first nigga to take an L. So it was beautiful seeing Messi, the motherfucker they glazed, the old nigga who will not be there for the World Cup in the next 4 years. This was his swan song. He's like LeBron in soccer right now, where this was his last chance to get the Gold Cup. And to see this bum ass nigga fold, lose, not even score goals in the World Cup championship was beautiful. Knowing how Argentina ethnically cleansed their country, and to see the karma come back on them and bite them in the ass when it mattered the most, knowing their economy is in the trash.
Now, hang on a second. I did not watch the final games. What was I Show Speed, aka Speed? Was he, out there on the set because this is his world? Yes, football, which we call soccer.
I 100% think he was. I just didn't see him, so I cannot confirm if he was.
Okay.
But because it was in America, and he is, and mind you, he, like me, is a Ronaldo supporter from Portugal.
Okay.
He supports Ronaldo. He don't F with Messi. All right. Messi and Ronaldo's like Bloods and Crips. It's like LeBron and Kobe. You got to pick a side. And knowing that Messi ended up not winning the World Cup and ended up not scoring a goal, this is beautiful. This is like when LeBron choked in the finals. It's beautiful because it's all going to go down in the legacy of Messi, that when it came for the World Cup and it came in the Super Bowl of soccer, you nutted up when niggas need you the most, and your legacy is going to be a loser. Okay. So let's just stamp that off the rip.
A lot of people were watching this. I don't know what the numbers are yet, Nielsen numbers and stuff like that. But this is huge around the world. I just wanted to point that out. I am going to play a clip shortly. Can I shift gears for a second and go to Jake Lang, the video with him responding to Druski? I just played it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Any thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts is the funniest thing about...
You sound far away. Florida boy Jake, can you come closer? You sound far away, sir.
My bad. The funniest thing about that clip was the fact that it wasn't funny. That was number one. Number two, the second funny thing about that clip was that it was low budget. You couldn't even get a Druski quality camera crew to reenact what you're trying to do to rage bait black people. And then number three, which was funny, is that you low-key reenacted a W for black people when they stabbed the white girl on the train. And y'all still didn't get your lick back. So all you did...
I don't want to be a part of that W stabbing the white girl on the was it the bus or the train? I don't want to be a part of that W.
Yeah, the train. Well, I'll take the W.
Gotcha.
What I'm saying is this. The Jake Lang skit, and knowing he's been getting packed out from coast to coast every time he tries to do one of his rallies or protests, is just reminding us that they are losers. They are going to cry, pimp out, and simp out, because at the end of the day, their women are going towards us. At the end of the day, the only way they can get any type of clout is not from being an intellectual, not from breaking down some rocket science or actually breaking down some political commentary to get views. It's always circled around black people. It's always about us. You cannot get paid, you cannot get clout without having niggas in your name. And the fact that we know that is never going to be a W.
Good point. Okay. Hey, man, I'm not going to, harp on it too long, but you and I discussed the 15-year-old down there in East St. Louis. Her and her boyfriend allegedly cut off grandma's thumbs to use her iPhone. I mean, is that some of the lowest behavior you've heard of? I mean, I thought about 2004 when I was up in Hartford, Connecticut, Power 104.1, and I was giving a story about some girls in Bridgeport, Connecticut fighting. One girl bit up the other girl's finger and flushed it down the toilet. They have held the crown in my mind until now. cutting off grandma's thumbs. Is that low?
Star, it's one of the lowest things, cutting off the thumb of the matriarch of the black family. Because, you know, we ran by Mammy and Grandmammy. So for the fact that you cut the thumb off the matriarch.
Thumbs,
now
plural. Two thumbs. They got two thumbs.
The thumbs. Because you ain't know which one, activate iPhone, so we got to take both.
Right.
We got to take both, Mammy. Come on, Granny. You know what time it is. Give up the thumbs. It's over with. Listen, Star, this is all about the war on mammies.
Okay.
And we both know it heats up at its peak in the summertime. She then got a cool nigga that come with her to go on a crash out mission. We chop Mammy's thumb off. And one thing I got to remind you of, Star, the most dangerous Mammy is the black American Mammy.
Well,
the black American
I say
Mammy.
light skin. I say light skin, but okay.
Light skin. Yeah.
What you say the black American. Okay.
Now, I will say the light skin Mammy. I will agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
But in the subgenre of hierarchy of mammies, because we got to break down the science for these niggas today. The black American Mammy is the most dangerous Mammy because she cannot get deported. And she is the greatest tool of white supremacy.
Good point.
On the black man.
Good point.
Is finding the black American man. The black American Mammy was who came out of Master's house that got her loins stretched and told on niggas. The black American Mammy is the one who gets the job from corporate America.
FBJ going hard in the paint tonight. Pay attention. Come on, man.
Harder in the paint than Shaq in 2000 in the finals right now, nigga. The black American Mammy is the whistleblower to the black man. The black American Mammy is the one who is the greatest threat to the black man because she is the conduit of the white man's interests, techniques, and traps that he sets through the black American Mammy. So to see her cut off the thumbs of the matriarchal Mammy is only par for the course because one thing I know is the black American Mammy only cares about her interests, and whatever she feels is fact.
Okay. Hey, man, keep me posted on what's going on with LeBron. Someone sent me a picture. I'm not sure if it's recent or not. Was it the ESPY Awards? Westbrook wearing a skirt. Is that new? You know what I'm talking about?
He did that a few years ago. I don't know if he did it again, but Russell Westbrook definitely wore a skirt a few years ago, and the minute he wore that skirt is when he started falling off basketball.
Okay. Hey, man, great to hear from you. Salute.
Absolutely, Star. Thanks for letting me call in. I'm going to holler at you later, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. Florida Boy Jay. Keeps me up to speed on a lot of things with regards to these stories. Thank you for your comment. Members only. Why didn't they just use her thumb to unlock the phone, then take lock off the phone? I don't know. I had an iPhone one time. I think I had it for a week. I had to take it back. It was too much for me to deal with. I don't have the answer, but I thought the story itself was worth us talking about. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, I want to come back to Spain wins 2026 FIFA World Cup. I want to address this young man. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Deeds. My show producer sent me a link. This is pretty tragic here. He had a huge monster hit, right? Panda. Sidney Selby. Somehow he wound up in South Carolina. He had some issues on the plane a couple of years ago. Rapper Designer. Sheesh. Hold on a second, guys. I got time tonight. Here we go.
New for you at noon, a Grammy-nominated rapper is finding himself back behind bars in Horry County. Police are charging Sidney Selby with domestic violence. Selby, also known as Designer, was arrested Wednesday after officers responded to Arbor Ridge Circle in the Conway area. Officers say they got calls about Selby allegedly chasing a victim with a hammer and damaging property. A report says he and a woman got into an argument over taking TVs off the wall. He allegedly smashed phones and grabbed the victim and threw her to the ground. Selby was also charged with domestic violence. Back in March, He's known for several projects, including a nomination for a Grammy in 2017 for Best Rap Performance for his song, Panda.
Lord have mercy. Guys, where is he from originally? I didn't get a chance to Google. Is he from Brooklyn? Where's Panda from? I can't say that, intervention. I know nothing about the young man. I know that was a monster track, and people are looking at him like he was the new Busta Rhymes. Yes, no, maybe. Thank you, Deeds, once again. Is he smoking something that, that the younger generation is smoking now, and combined with possibly having mental health issues, he just can't get back on track? I don't know. Could he not get a second song? Fame is a hell of a drug, and I hate to go back, but having worked at the record labels for almost 2 decades before you ever heard of me on radio, I have witnessed so many artists and groups that were in seek of another hit to keep the momentum going. And sadly, that's what destroyed them. Let me look in the live chat. Guys, where is Panda from? Okay, Brooklyn. That's what I heard. Yeah. I don't know if he's, what he's smoking. I don't want to just, take shots at him, but okay. All right, now let's move on. A lot of stuff to address here this evening. Oh, a little bit later, I want to tell you guys, Friday, my 1968 mint condition Corvette broke down at the supermarket. I had to call a flatbed truck. It was sweltering heat. I'll tell you about that later. Give me some time. But right now, I want to. Do I have the video to upload? Hold on a sec. Where's Pastor Manning? Oh, here it is. Okay. Is he lying? This is a pastor now. He's a world traveler saying black people didn't build nothing in America. It's all cap.
Damn good. Hell, white people would have moved to Africa rather than coming from England to America, because y'all would have built up Africa like a damn Taj Mahal everywhere you look. There would have been a damn Taj Mahal, an Eiffel Tower, and every damn thing else would have been over there in Africa, and white folk would have moved to Africa rather than coming to America. You damn nappy-headed liar. Talking about we built a damn thing. Over there in the Congo now, people are suffering, drinking unhealthy water, ain't got no damn medication, no indoor plumbing system, living in damn grass huts in the year 2026, talking about you built America. Hell, if you're so damn good at building America, why didn't you build the damn Congo? Why didn't you build Niger? Why didn't you build those nations over there? Talking about you built this and you built a damn thing in America. You're lucky.
Stop him right there. Peace to Desmond Fox. I see you, sir. Thank you for being a member. Desmond Fox and others. Proud FBA. Is he capping? This is an older man, wisdom, knowledge, a traveler. He's up in Harlem, yes? Hey, Dawn says he sounds stupid. Okay, Uncle Ruckus. Okay, I see some of you. Hey, Ivy. Ivy says, okay, you don't agree with him. Okay. Wait a minute. Here's a good comment. Whoa, wait a minute. The Africans built the pyramids. Okay. Let's finish up, and then I'll get back to the comments. Hold on.
That God let you come in to be slave. You lucky God let you be a slave in America. No, you built a damn thing.
Trevor Jackson TV. Trevor, are you want to call in? Whoa. Wait a minute. Let's get him off screen. We'll come right back. Desmond Fox, good to hear from you, sir. Thank you for being a member. Desmond
What's
Fox.
good, Star?
How are you, man? What's cracking?
This is why I constantly say there needs to be a war between
Blacks and niggers.
Youth,
Blacks and niggers, yes.
blacks and niggas, indigenous FBA versus these elder coons that have always held us down, have always sold out, and will continue to sell out like this pastor, because there is nothing worse than these pastors that have pimped us, sold us into poverty, and will continue to do this. Just looking at him, I'm not only ashamed, but it just angers me. And this is why I've always had this anger and hatred towards older black people, and I just never knew why until I grew up and been around them. And I'm like, they are the reason why we are the way we are. This is why the youth is so lost. This is why the youth is so self-destructive and hateful towards each other. This is why you have kids like in East St. Louis that will cut off their grandmother's fingers because of elders like probably their grandparents and this mother effer right here, because they teach us.
Desmond Fox, we're jumping out the window tonight. Use profanity if you need to, sir. Go ahead.
They teach us nothing but weakness, spinelessness. Yeah. They don't teach us our real accurate history. They don't teach us to die for anything and stand for anything. They just teach us, just be a good old boy and you get by, and you just do what master say. And I cannot stand these mother effers with a passion. Just seeing their face and hearing their voice just make my blood boil, bro. And it's like, it's so many of them, and it's like I don't even know what to say. It's just
stay there, because I like to put things out there so people can view it and make their own decisions. This show is not an echo chamber, but to be fair and to be accurate, blacks in this country did build federal landmarks, universities, plantations, and estates, early defense infrastructures, national wealth, and industry. So I do not agree with him. Let me just be clear. But, do you think that sometimes poison in the well can do more damage than white supremacy? Poison in the well from one of your own.
Definitely, because like I said, he's one of the people that have poisoned us. And the older generations of coons, like I said, these straighter ass Moors, these Berberers from Spain, from Europe, from Africa, that have betrayed us in America, Tamerica or Turtle Island. I could go so far more deeper. I come from a family of Masons, Freemasons. I'm gonna keep it real. I come from a family of Freemasons. So I'm very aware of all of this stuff. I'm very aware of my nationality. I'm very aware of my indigenous roots here, not no African roots. And since I am a little lit, but I do want to pay you to have a show where I want to debate Rory. I want to debate number 9.
Okay.
I want to debate Sunday. I want to debate all of them to prove how wrong they are. And I can not only show genealogy records, I can show land patents. I can show so much. It's so much evidence that proves who we are, that we are the indigenous globally, not even just in America, not even just in Spain, Europe, every European country that people think that we weren't, that we are immigrants and that we are not.
Stay with me for a second. I'm in no rush tonight, Desmond Fox. Have you ever seen, and if you have not, there is rare footage on the internet from the 20s. The 20s. I forget the guy's name. He was part of the Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He filmed that period and other Black communities. They had their own post office and other things, and not just stores, but they had their own banking system. You know this already. Have you seen any of that footage? Because I have played some of that in the past, but I want us to, you're right, at some point, present that type of show and to show the evidence of one-time strong Black communities. You ever seen that footage on YouTube?
I don't know what right now, particularly what you're talking about, because like I said, I've been drinking, but
it's okay.
I do know, like I said,
email me when you get time. I'll send you a couple of links. It's out there. So it's not just that we're saying this to sound cool and to rebuttal things, but you don't have to be mad. I heard you say you're mad. You don't have to be mad, but just have the knowledge ready, and I think we'll have a good discussion. Go ahead, land your plane. I'm in a rush. Come on.
When we do have it, like I said, I'm gonna be sober. I'm gonna have all the book references. I'm gonna have all the years. I'm gonna have everything. I'm gonna have. It will be something where people can't. I mean, I know people are gonna try to debate it, but it will be something that people can reference, and I know people probably won't reference it. And real quick, the Jake Lang thing, it would be cool if it was actually funny, but it was not funny. It wasn't even funny. Like the Robert Downey Jr. and Tropic Thunder, that was actually funny. We laugh at that. We accept that.
Okay.
But it was low budget. It was corny. And it was like, bro, why do y'all need revenge? Why did the Druski skit make y'all feel so much of a way? Like, it's like, why is it cool for you to do it continuously for the last 100+ years? But when we do it now is, oh, I want revenge.
Right.
Oh, it's like, bro, like, come on, you could dish it, but you can't take it. Like, and that's the biggest problem I have with pale people.
Okay.
Yes, I call them pale people.
Okay. Desmond Fox, before you go, that story out of East St. Louis, it's sad, man. Cut off both of her thumbs for the iPhone. Is that some of the lowest behavior that you've heard of? I mean, honestly, in the last decade, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
The cutting off the two thumbs is wild. Like, that's unimaginable. But I've heard a lot more worse stories as far as if you want to get into sacrificing and a bunch of other, mythical, magical things. I know you're not really too much into, that type of thing, but it all does very much exist. But
yeah,
that's just a minor thing. I mean,
well, these sacrifices are real, So I mean, I'm aware of that, but in terms of the mysticism, I don't subscribe to that. Hey, man, great to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a member.
All right, one.
Yes, sir. Desmond Fox. Okay. Pastor Manning, do I need to play it again? Or are you guys good? Are we good? I am going to play the Jake Lang video one more time. Let's see who is upset or bothered by this.
White people, man. Pretty fucking girls, man. That they take my 400 fucking years. Donald Trump, fucking Democrat, Republican.
I don't know what to do, man. Fucking kill white people, man. That's what I'm fucking gonna do, man. They all deserve to die. Slavery, man. Fucking slavery, they're gonna slave my people. Man, why don't no white bitches ever talk to me, man? Can't fucking stand these white people. Think they're better than the years of slavery. Fucking slavery. I'm fucking tired of these white women. I'm gonna get that white bitch. I'm gonna get that white girl. I'm gonna get this white bitch. Die, white bitch! I got that white bitch. For 400 years of slavery, I got that white bitch. Huh.
Maybe he's just angry and people see through his, wanting to be controversial. To my knowledge, this has not made the news, the dominant news cycle yet. I just saw it on Instagram, Facebook, and some other things. Are we past blackface? Anybody grew up watching Bugs Bunny in blackface, Mickey Mouse, Tom and Jerry, Sylvester the Cat? They all wore blackface. I'm not offended. I think it's just stupid. Oh, yeah. What about the girl who played along? Hey, Dawn, that's a very good point. Who's the girl that was acting? Maybe she should be, well, let me be careful. Addressed. Maybe she's an actor. Maybe she just got paid and it's not that deep. Area code 919. Good evening. Are you there? Sunday, 919. Peace. Good evening.
Peace. My name Wise. I'm calling from Durham, North Carolina.
Peace, Wise. How are you, black man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, brother. I mean, pardon stuff. I didn't mean to call you that. I apologize.
Come on.
Doing great, though. I'm doing great. Yeah. The Druski skit. For one, he doesn't even look like blackface. He looks more like an Arab with that makeup on.
Okay.
And then number two, it's not funny. It's super corny. Like all you could do is come up with monkey noises and then do something where, you know, that was a mentally ill dude that killed that woman. He wasn't doing that because he wanted to be with her or whatever. The dude was mentally ill. So I mean, it was nothing funny about that.
Good point.
You know, if it was funny, then, you know, I could definitely do that. You know, I could definitely rock with it, though, because I'm not sensitive. I got thick skin. I got knowledge of self. Stuff like that don't bother me.
Okay.
You know? So, and as far as the grandmother situation, that's sad and that's sick because, you know, a lot of these young folk nowadays coming up feel super entitled to just do whatever they want with no consequences, and they're not being taught. And it's sad, you know, for them to do something that's savage, to even come up with something, you know, even doing something like that.
You're right.
You know?
And you know, this position that we are in now in society is not just the young black kids who are out of control, but it's really those who are living the uncivilized lifestyle mentality, if you will. You said in the call earlier that you have knowledge of self, so I respect that. How did the masses, or if we want to say black people, how did, for the most part, how did we lose control and the dignity is just not even a concern anymore? How did we lose that? Or was that too broad of a question?
I think a lot of it has to do with the family unit not being together nowadays. You know, it's been a lot of single parents for a lot of years, months, and days, to the point that now, you know, there's no type of discipline, no type of family structure. And even though this is the age of information, we literally got computers in our pockets. Like nobody's studying nothing anymore. Nobody's reading. Nobody's, you know, learning. They're just consuming information. And it's a difference between information and knowledge, because knowledge is the foundation of everything, whereas information is just stuff that just feeds you. You can't build off of it. You just be informed, but not knowledgeable. Right.
Very good point. A little bit later, I have a video that I may or may not play. Literacy is the new class divide. You know, if you're still watching, I found it to be very, very accurate on some things. Hold on a second. And the person is Dr. Shante. Literacy is the new class divide. But I appreciate your call. Anything else you want to make mention of, or you know, if not, just go ahead and land your plane.
Nah, that's it, man. Hope you're enjoying your stay in North Carolina, because I'm born and raised here. So
okay.
Yeah, with that, man, much more success in your undertaking.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Salute. Thank you. Okay. Tapping in from Durham. I've been trying to get back to Durham. I'm going to try this summer. Anybody from Durham in the live chat? Kent Street. Told you that before. I spent 2 summers there in the early 70s. Kent Street in Durham. It's beautiful. Guys, I'm coming to the phones. Hold on a second. Hey there. Somebody said, Salute Star, you're so fine. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go to area code 440. Good evening. Jake Lang wearing blackface in response to Druski parody. Are you upset? Are you bothered? 440.
Здравствуйте, старик.
Hey, Boris. Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
What is going on? I saw the subtitle, and you know, the foolishness with Drake Paul do not really interest me. I wanted to chime in on the World Cup if I may.
Well, hold on. It's actually Jake Lang, but you're right, because Jake Paul is the one who said he was gonna do a parody. I don't know what happened to that, or did he and nobody cared?
Well, I apologize. Did I say Jake Paul? I mean to say Jake Lang.
No, that's
but
fine.
Yeah, either way.
But Jake Paul did say he was going to do a response to Druski. I don't know if he ever did, but the one I've been playing is Jake Lang. But anyway, you want to address the hold on a second. Where is my showrunner here? Spain beating Argentina. Yes.
Yes, you know, there is not much to say about that match, because by everybody it was a disaster class. I was rooting for Argentina, and
Oh,
I would, FBJ is my guy, but I would like to give him the objective smoke because I can tell he's a casual when it comes to this sport.
Whoa!
And just like I showed speed. No, this is objective. This is not personal because he was spewing some stuff, that nonsense that only a casual would say. Star, I show speed is such a cursed individual. Each jersey he would wear of the team he would support, they would lose. So today, what he did to avoid the curse, he wore a jersey that was split, half Argentina, half Spain. That's the only way he could win.
Oh, wow.
When it comes to Messi and Ronaldo, there is no comparison. This debate has been put to bed 4 years ago, because the worst that Messi did, which was second place, is still better than the fourth place Ronaldo won 20 years ago when he was a young buck.
Okay.
So his worst is still better than Ronaldo's best. You need to understand, Star, the World Cup is the most watched event in the whole world. Argentina was about to go back to back. This is unheard of in soccer terms. Because this happens once every 4 years. So the last time a team has done it was Brazil in 58 and 62. So you don't understand how much magic Messi has at the age of 39.
Okay.
Ronaldo is washed. He does not play. He does not score from. Prior to this World Cup, he did not score in the knockout phase, which is the most. It's the equivalent in basketball to not scoring in the entire playoffs. The only time he scored this year was one time, and it was via a penalty, which is the equivalent to free throw. And Messi has passed him in assists, in goals. Also, I would like to say that this World Cup has been a major success because U.S. has done a lot of things. They broke many records in terms of ratings, in terms of goals. Even the U.S. has performed the best since 1930, which was the very first competition, by winning their first 2 games. So by any metrics, it has been an incredible World Cup as a whole. The final has been shambolic because Spain is very dominant. Okay. So they made Argentina look like rookies. Okay. And also, I would like to also mention salute to Donald Trump for instilling the tradition in American football in soccer, because he wants to give not only gold medals to the winners, and of course the trophy, which the team doesn't get to keep because it goes to the museum in Switzerland, but he is giving each player a ring, which is customary in American sports. So all in all, Trump knows what he's doing. He has globalized, or at least he made it more enjoyable for the casuals, the people that only want to watch because of the U.S. So it has been very successful. I enjoyed it, except for the the finals.
Can I jump in for a second, Boris? Can I jump in?
Yes.
Now,
yes.
I try from time to time to keep my eye on football, is what it's called. We call it soccer here. But honestly, that game to me has always seemed to be one game where you have to be in top-notch conditioning.
Correct. Star, this is a gladiator sport.
Hold on. Top-notch conditioning, far beyond Major League Baseball here in America, far beyond basketball, far beyond football. The amount of running back and forth, the concentration, and the preparation, all that, I couldn't do it. So that's one sport in my mind where I'm like, I know I could never play it, and I sure as hell can't play now, but I respect it. I just had to say that. Top elite athletes, yes?
Correct. Star, I wanted to add something to what you said.
Come on.
America, we're all about capitalism. Yeah. And typically in soccer, you do not have hydration break. It is just another commercial break.
Right.
You know what I mean? Typically, if you sweat, you sweat. 2 years ago, there was a soccer player, I kid you not, died on the pitch.
Yeah.
He died on the pitch. Huh. And for 5 minutes, he was declared dead. This is a gladiator sport because if it rains, if it snows, you're going to play. There is no closing the arena. It's an American concept when you close the arenas to cool it down. But in Europe, in Africa, you play with the conditions you are given. Right. This is what makes it so enjoyable. On behalf of a designer, I wanted to add something.
Oh, wow.
This guy was doomed from beginning. If you recall, he was compared.
Well, let's not slander him because I don't know what
No,
he's
I'm not
what he's
slandering.
on, if anything. I think it's tragic, but how did he wind up in South Carolina? South Carolina is not a place you just, relocate to unless your money's bad. The cost of living is not that much down there, but he's in one of those little small towns that is like, predominantly double wides and dirt roads. Jesus, come on.
Correct. What I wanted to say, I never come to slander. I come with facts.
Okay.
Designer has been put under immense pressure because he was co-signed by Kanye West.
Oh,
he was signed under his label.
Right.
Right. He was signed under his label, and he jumped on the remix to Panda. And people kept saying that he is a future knockoff. He will not succeed, and it kept creeping up into his brain.
Yeah.
I knew this young man was in trouble when he was crying, tears and all, over the tragic death of Takeoff of the Migos.
Right.
It reminded me of somebody that you know, Jason Taylor. I cannot stand it when rappers act performative. When Nipsey Hussle was murdered, Game was recording himself on the freeway, crying and recording. Why are you crying and recording yourself? Are you begging for sympathy? You know what I mean? So clearly there's something mentally going on over there.
But hang on a second. Now, I had a girlfriend years ago in Pennsylvania, and she used to take Molly all the time, her and her friends. And when she would come down, she would cry a lot. Now, I don't know if Designer, hold on. I don't know if Designer was on Molly, but that was, to my knowledge, one of the side effects. When you come, this chick used to start crying like crazy. I was like, hey, whoa, this is too much for me to deal with. And, so that's what I kind of assumed was going on with him. You're right. When he was crying over the death of Takeoff. Just want to say that. Go ahead.
Yes, correct. I just wanted to point out that I never saw him putting in the work to, not ride to the sunset, not ride the coattails of the success of Panda. Okay. Because when Panda came out, it was everywhere. Yeah. But, you are as hot as your recent hit. So he had to, come with something different. Unfortunately, he never came up with something not even a half of as big as that track was. So it is unfortunate, but he needs to better himself mentally before he touches the mic.
Before you go,
yes.
I'm going to start watching the WNBA. I think that the emotional roller coaster that they go through, the brawling, the fighting, that's what I miss in the NBA. How's Angel Reese doing in Atlanta? It looks like she's doing better than she was in Chicago. Do you keep up with the WNBA?
I do not keep up with the WNBA, but I like the fact that they have a new villain in Caitlin Clark. I think this is very necessary if they want to take off and not be subsidized by the NBA. I think this is necessary for them to have their own script. On a different note, Star, did you hear the news with Jalen Brunson not sucking up to recruit LeBron James?
I'm not fully in the loop, but I salute to him. He doesn't want LeBron.
He said he will not pitch to him an idea to come to the Knicks. So salute to this man for being his own man, not bowing down to the GOAT, as they call him.
Yeah.
But anyhow, Star, that's all I wanted to say. You have a good night.
Thank you, Boris. Okay. All right. Boris tapping in. Thank God there is no God, but thank God they are not in pursuit of LeBron James like that. Sheesh. Guys, there's my email address on the screen if you want to become a sponsor to the show. We do a lot of innovative things, and I do old school live reads from time to time. You guys know what live reads are? Johnny Carson used to do live reads. Meaning during the show, he would just start promoting something. He wouldn't go to a commercial break like, a lot of my sponsors. Man, Heal Thyself, Supernova Islam. This is a great book. I recommend this, okay? Ding Dong Ditch, okay? I promote a lot of books in case you don't know here on the Star Report. Okay, this is my homie. And this is a film as well, a detective mystery and crime thriller. Okay. You'll see the banners on the screen and other things as well. So there's my email address for advertising. Okay. Sit tight in the queue. Ralph, I got your Cash App. Thank you, sir. Okay, Star. Jake Lang will end up like Chud the Builder, maybe worse. He's heading in that direction. Okay. The credit dude. Oh, the credit dude, no, sir, we're not going to spread misinformation and lies. Thank you for your donation. Somebody's got you trying to lie on me, but thank you just the same, okay? Area code 215, good evening. A few topics on the table. Are you there? 215.
Yes.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
That video you played with Jake
Lang
acting like Druski, so disrespectful, so racist.
Okay.
Why you gotta be pumping his chest like a monkey, like a gorilla? I don't understand that. White people, they want to take everything from black people.
Mm-hmm.
They took everything from black people, from the light bulb to electricity to everything. Our music, our food, and now you just want to make fun of it. It's the 21st century. I can't believe they still making videos like this, and the way they treat black people as far as being beaten and being exploited.
Stay with me. You sound like a man of knowledge. Can I ask?
It's horrible.
Can I ask? Are you from my generation? How old are you, sir? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 56.
Okay.
From North Philadelphia.
Okay. In reality, my generation, you're a couple of years younger than me. We like to see who's racist. Well, I don't respect a covert racist. I want to see exactly who you are. I appreciate you showing me your horns so I don't have to look for them. They're right there. Right or wrong?
I agree with you. That's the reason why I voted for Trump. I didn't vote for Biden because Biden is the real racist that smile in your face. At least Trump is upfront with it.
I don't consider Trump racist, but I'll let you say that if that's what you want to say. Go ahead.
Well, it's not that. Look at how Biden was during his younger years in the Senate. Clear racist.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to agree, but his actions show that. But
I want you to speak and speak freely. But now let's go back for a second with regards to Jake Lang wearing the blackface in response to Druski. Do you think he's just, doing what a lot of the younger generation does today, clout chasing? He doesn't really have a goal or objective. And you and I both know that what is prompting him to go down this path is more than likely, I could be wrong, white genetic survival. Yes, no?
I agree with you. Yeah. Yes, totally. But again, I think he's jealous of Druski and definitely racist.
Okay.
I landed my plane.
I appreciate the call.
Thanks, Star. Thanks for listening to my first time caller.
I appreciate you.
I sent you a donation. Love the show.
I appreciate
you,
and
I'm going to keep listening.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good call, man of knowledge right there. Hold on a second, guys. I need to make sure that I'm promoting my sponsors. We get to doing a lot here. Get to grooving. This is one of my best sponsors, and I want to make sure that you folks know that I am as serious as colon cancer. Fellas, www.dollpimp.com. Yeah. Marriage is an old concept. For God's sakes, watch the movie Blade Runner with Rutger Hauer and Harrison Ford. That's the future. You need a companion, someone who will preserve your legacy. She or he, whatever you're into, or a nigga with a wig, will store your information. Don't get caught up on thinking it's just a sex doll. www.dollpimp.com. You can get a custom life form, okay? Back to the phone lines here. Area code 630. Good evening. We're talking about Jake Lang wearing blackface. Is it really that serious?
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, that goes back to a very deep history. First off, let me say hello, good evening, everybody. To you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, chat. But yeah, that is a very sensitive subject. I was actually calling in about the Spain and Argentina game.
Okay. Well, please, by all means, go ahead.
Yes, and I wanted to say congratulations to Spain. They played excellently the whole World Cup, not just this one game.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, they played so well that they actually broke history, being the conceding the least goals in the World Cup history.
Okay.
Only one goal.
Okay.
So anybody who thought Argentina really had a chance, I'd have to really question them, because their style is very known for its aggressiveness, you know, and being very confrontational, fouling a lot of extra theatrics to get them through games.
Okay.
And a lot of their star legendary players are no longer there, like Di Maria. He's not there. He was really the glue that held the team together.
Okay.
He's absent.
You're educating me because I have not kept up. I'll be honest with you, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's absent. So he was the star playmaker for many years. So he's gone. You've got Messi. He's aging out, and they over depend on him. You know, they over depend. He can do so much, you know, but the thing is, soccer is a team sport. Football is a team sport. It can't be one person. So I think a lot of his teammates forgot that, you know, depending on him. And then again, with the UFC tactics on the field, they're only going to go so far. So Spain plays actual, excuse me, Spain plays actual football.
Okay.
And they really do an excellent job at it. So just wanted to say that.
Well, stay with me for a second because, and you correct me if I'm wrong, you know, the game has evolved over the decades, if you will, but one of the underlying themes in my mind, it has always been that these are countries competing for hundreds of years of culture, if you will. Yes?
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah.
To an extent, yeah, because it's
football.
Previous callers.
The correct pronunciation.
Yeah, like
football and rugby. Oh my God. Have you ever played rugby? I tried one time. Somebody hit me in the head with a goddamn forearm. Bang. That was it. Rugby.
Yeah. It's similar to football. Very similar. It's just with the hands instead. But yeah, very similar. And but yeah, it is a lot of culture clashing because it's seen as a microcosm for war.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like two countries going to battle, so to speak. That's why, as a previous caller said, it's taken so seriously in other countries. You know, and so
they sing chants. We will destroy you. You must die. I mean, I don't know the full extent of some of those chants, but I've seen them over the decades. Man, it gets deep. Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, and speaking of chants, well, previous caller mentioned Argentina's racism. They're known for their extremely racist, blatantly racist chants. So,
so my father was racist. Who cares? Who cares about all this racist talk? Who cares?
Yeah.
We got to kill you. We have to win this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you up, but this is a unified team effort. And again, I'll say, man, that the conditioning is, in my mind, far superior than a lot of other sports. Are you a former soccer football player yourself?
I still am. I always have been.
Nice.
Since I was a child, you know.
Nice.
Always been playing, still play.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm very familiar with it. And it's one of those sports where, yeah, you do need a lot of conditioning. You do, but if you can master certain key elements, you can make up for it. So say, for example, you're not that athletic or you're not that fast. You can focus on your passing. If your passing is spot on, you won't have to worry about running with the ball as much, you know, things like that. If you're playing defense and you have a defender that's fast or a forward or an attacker that's faster than you, there are certain things you can do. You can cut off, use certain angles to cut them off. You can team up, you know, mark your man, things like that. So it's physical, but it's a lot of mental as well. The mental is, I would say, 60-70% of it. Because if you have the physical, but you don't have the mental part, you're just going to be running up and down the field, not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
And you burn all the energy for nothing.
Any knowledge with regards to those high level contracts? Because a buddy of mine said that that some of those contracts used to have where you could not have sex, 3 days prior to a playoff or a championship game. Any knowledge on that?
Mm-hmm. I haven't heard that being included in a specific contract, but I have heard players placing that expectation on themselves.
Right.
But yeah, the contracts can get very, the contracts get very, very, very lucrative. Very large amounts of money on the table. So it's one of those sports that it's going to grow over here. It just has to stop being considered for the upper class. And once that happens,
I disagree.
We'll start seeing those contracts.
I'm going to let you land your plane. I disagree. I don't think football, as it's called in other parts of the world, aka soccer, I don't think it's ever going to be that big in America. I'm a proud hang on. I'm a proud American, but I just don't think that type of inner drive or that type of willpower, if you will, is at the core of American soccer players. Am I crazy?
I wouldn't say crazy. I mean, I think it is a possibility. I mean, when we look at baseball and basketball, at one point, black people dominated baseball in this country when they had their leagues. And I think if you had went back in time and told a lot of them, hey, basketball is going to take over, I think a lot of them would have said what you just said. Like, I don't see it happening. Like, it's who plays that, Okay. So it takes time because in this country, it just hasn't been developed. And that's because you have to pay to play, basically. That's the only reason soccer is not as big over here. It hasn't been developed and people have to pay to play.
Okay.
And once that happens and once that gets addressed, you'll start seeing a lot more interest. There's already new teams popping up, new players. There's a huge market for it.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
They've tried over the years. For some reason, American soccer players just never really resonate. Am I wrong? There he is, the white Denzel, Rory.
Yo. Real white boys in the building.
What's going on?
Real white boys in the building. Like Jake Lang.
You sent me the video. You put me up on that. Come on.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Yeah. Jake Lang wanted all the smoke. Well, first off, let me just start this by saying on the World Cup, Trump, the Don, and Melania were the real MVPs of the World Cup.
Okay.
They stole the show. All eyes were on them. A nickel bag don't get sold in the park without Trump getting a piece of it.
Let's go.
So, yes, he was all up in that. You come into our country, the Don running things, and America won too. America won too, because all these people on social media are posting how much they love America and how much their country sucks, and they don't want to go back there. They would rather live here. So the best quote I heard from the World Cup, so can I tell you the best quote I heard from the World Cup? The best quote I heard from the World Cup was, if you want to hate America, listen to the media in your home country. If you want to love America, just come over here for a visit. Just come over for a visit and see how we give it up.
Okay.
So all these little socialist parasites like Spain, Spain we ain't giving no love to Spain. We want to cut them off with trade. Trump said the Don said they've been playing with us. The Don said they've been playing with us. So yeah, we ain't showing no love to Spain.
Now, hang on a second. I'm glad you brought this up because, again, in my mind, knowing what I believe to be the history of the dedication, the commitment that they have, those soccer players, over in other countries. They're not just playing to win, money, endorsement deals. It's pride, it's culture, it's heritage. And that's why in my mind, they go beyond. You know, does that make sense? And have you yourself ever played football or rugby?
I played soccer when I was a kid, but I have on this show it's so crazy because black people are so crazy they want to kill you and dox you, so I can't say much, but I got somebody in my family that's a high-level soccer player.
Okay.
Plays in Europe, and what was I going to say? And yeah, like, his life is all about practicing, running, and keeping his weight down, to be honest with you. He works out, so when he works
the conditioning is crazy. I try.
Right. So he's got to be careful when he works out. He can't put on a lot of top heavy weight. So he's yeah, I wouldn't mess with him. I'll say that. He could run for miles. He could run for a day. He could run for a day. He's been doing this his whole life. So but yeah, whatever about Spain. America is the MVP of the World Cup. We are the shining city on the hill. There's no reason to deny that, to hide that. That's something to be proud of. And we hosted one of the best World Cups ever. If you could go and travel and see your team I personally think America is the most beautiful country in the world. If you could go from New England and get the vibe up in Boston, and then travel to and see your team, whether it's Argentina, England, whatever, down to Miami, and then get the vibe down in Miami, and then you go over and follow your team over to the west or to Dallas, Texas, and then it's a whole different vibe in Dallas, Texas. America is like a big, beautiful fucking country, and people are recognizing and realizing that, and the Don is the reason. Because we got a real leader, we got a white man, a real white boy. He's from Manhattan. He's from Jamaica, Queens. Queens get the money, and he put us on the world stage. And this has been a summer to remember for the 250th, for the World Cup, for everything that's happened so far during this presidency. Come on, man. Yeah. But anyway, so we won the World Cup. Whatever about that third world Argentina with all their leftist government bullshit. There used to be a guy, real quick, sir. There used to be a guy called into this show. You remember the cat from Colombia? Who? You remember, what was his name?
Oh, Tether number 4.
Yes. What did he go by? Mr. Kardashian?
That's my guy, Advo.
Right. The reason he's in Spain is because those leftist bastards are giving over 500,000 visas to all the third worlders that they colonized back in the day. That's the he couldn't say that on the radio, but that's
what are you taking shots at him for?
Not in America anymore. Where you going? He's begging for a goddamn visa. He's begging for asylum. Like a third world, like a pathetic third world.
He's not on the line to defend himself.
All right.
Hey, do you want to hold on? So, hey, you want to hold on? Stay there. I'm not rushing off. Can you hold on?
Yeah.
Stay there. Okay, I got a Roby on the line with me, guys. This person's been on hold. Area code 678. Thank you for your patience. We're going off the rails tonight. Jake Lang wearing blackface in response to Druski. Are you there? 678.
Yeah. I don't know too much about that, but that situation, it is what it is. Okay. But what I wanted to tell you is that I heard you earlier saying something about you need to start watching the WNBA.
Listen, the violence is attracting me. I'm not even gonna lie. Them girls be brawling.
Yes. Yeah, it was a situation where I think her name is Kalia Copper.
Okay.
They ran a screen. Okay. And the white girl snatched off her lace front wig or whatever and threw it on the ground, on the court.
Can you please email me that? Hold on a second. Please email me. Wait a minute. Look. Stop, sir. There's my email address on the screen. Please email me that. Go ahead.
Okay, and then after that, she picks it up and tries to fix it. Now, again, the play is still going on. The ref didn't blow the whistle or nothing. She picks it up, runs off the court, runs to the locker room.
Oh my God! I gotta see that.
Her name is Kalia Copper. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, hold on, but before you go, okay, so you don't care about Jake Lang.
Nah.
Hold on a second. What else? Did you see the 15-year-old in St. Louis? Her and her boyfriend allegedly cut off grandma's thumbs for the iPhone. Come on, black man.
Oh no, that's too much. Listen, I have family in New Orleans. It's too much, man. It's too much. I don't even need to get into the New Orleans thing. It's too much. All right.
Yes, sir.
Take care, man. All right. Thanks.
Why can't I get black people to address some of these horrific crimes that happen to other blacks? I mean, yes, we can talk about white supremacy, police laying niggas down. All that stuff.
Right.
Rory, the 15-year-old little mammy, her and her boyfriend cut grandma's thumbs off to use her iPhone. Did you see the video?
Yes, that was diabolical. But grandma might have been down with the set. She might have passed that on. We're living in a day and time where grandma and grandpa, they were rolling 60s neighborhood Crips too.
Okay.
Big Mama ain't like what Tyler Perry portrays her to be.
Right.
In real life, grandma and grandpa throw it up the set if they're still alive or if they're not in prison.
Right.
So this is like way generational. I don't think it's anything too crazy as far as black dysfunction and black culture in America nowadays. East St. Louis is, so it's comparable to
crazy.
barbecue over in Haiti. It's comparable to a third world country, Port-au-Prince.
Okay.
It's comparable to Kingston, Jamaica. Hellholes, all hellholes. Jake Lang is right. That's why Jake Lang in the back of the bus tripping out. David, I'm gonna say this right now. So
your phone sounds far away, Rory. Make the adjustments. You're sounding far away. Come closer. Come closer.
Oh, all these black dudes called into the show tonight talking about it wasn't funny, it was corny. It wasn't funny, it was it was funny as hell. He was in the back of the bus chimping out like everybody else who ever had to take public transportation in their life. There's never a problem unless it's a bunch of you in the back of the bus chimping the fuck out. I'm a stabber. I hate these white people. I'm a stab this white. That's funny as hell. Jake Lang is the truth, man.
Wow.
He's been arrested outside. Jake Lang is the truth. He wants all the smoke.
Okay.
He wants all the smoke. Jake Lang did a pig roast outside the mayor's office, Mondami's residency, Gracie Mansion. He pulled up a barbecue and he roasted a goddamn pig right in front of Gracie Mansion. He went down to Carmelo Anthony. He got arrested for that. And no, he inspired an ISIS. He inspired an ISIS terrorist attack by doing that. And then he went down to Carmelo Anthony trial, and he backed all of them bookies up off of the Metcalf family when they were coming out of court.
Right.
And he went ham down there. He got arrested down there.
Okay.
He wants all the smoke. He went up to Minnesota, and
I'm going to play it again before the show ends. And listen, I appreciate you sending it to me because I want more black people to say why Jake Lang is either crossing a line, or maybe it's not that serious. But hey, man,
now, Sarge, go ahead.
No. Anything else you want to land your plane with regards to some of the other
Well,
stories?
I'm saying black people look as soft as hell. As long as Jake Lang is out here at every single event, like he's the white Al Sharpton, and he's getting his get back. It's like white boy get back.
Okay.
On all of the BS.
Okay.
So yeah, as long as he's out here, that video needs to get an Emmy. It get an NAACP award. Actually, he should get an NAACP award, Image Award, and then because he's depicting black culture very well in the back of the.
I might call you back. Salute. I might call you back. All right. Rory tapping in. The white Denzel. Hi, Lydia. Okay, whoa. Lydia sent a nice donation. She says, Tara, can you please... Okay, I didn't see the Jim Jones and Busta Rhymes video. Can you play? I got to check with the troll babies and the live chat. It is members only. Guys, someone sent in a nice donation. Would you mind if I play the Jim Jones, Busta Rhymes video again? This is the Star Report. Always forward, never backward. But when money is involved, I will consider something. Yes, no? Get my beer here. Mahogany says no. Someone says yes. I got it right on my desktop. I got it right here. Hold on a second. This person sent in $25. She said, please, let's give it some burn.
I know Jimmy he look like he be talking crazy, y'all. A lot of times, though,
Ooh, child.
Nah, I took it down. Yo, boss, I love you, but they crunched us just now. I just want to pause myself. Hey, yo, my bad. I'm gonna say this. I know Jimmy he look like he be talking crazy, y'all.
Jim got one hand up in the air. Hey, girl. Toot. Hey. Beat. Shit. I'm on my New York shit. Okay. Thank you for your donation, young lady. Okay. Hold on a second. There is David D. Cordova. David, good to see you, sir. Listen, man. You've been going hard in the paint at Young Miami. If you want to call in, I'll go back for you. David D. Cordova from Today's Religious Talk. Comment on the screen. He is a member. He's been giving smoke to Young Miami with regards to the song Spend That. And yes, guys, the concert in North Myrtle Beach with Young Miami has been canceled. I was going to go. It's been canceled. Okay. All right, let me play the video that I was telling you guys about Notorious B.I.G. I'm not sure about this, but it looks official. You know, this man's gone now. He was a very young man when he lost his life. The channel is called The Murder Rap. You guys up to speed? The Murder Rap? Paperwork looks like Notorious B.I.G. may have told. You know? He's a Brooklyn nigga. Brooklyn's home of the rats. Harlem is home of the snitches, but Brooklyn's home of the rats. Here we go.
A police raid in New Jersey in the summer of 1996 revealed a fascinating photographic record of rapper Biggie Smalls' personal life. And many of those photos appear here in this episode for the first time ever. And it came about when Biggie and a group of friends that included fellow artist Lil' Kim and close friend Lil Cease were arrested at Biggie's home in Teaneck, New Jersey for a number of alleged crimes that included everything from drug possession to illegal firearms charges, and gave the world one of the most famous mugshots in history. And here for the first time ever, I will also reveal the case files for this arrest that may have presented serious issues for Biggie's future had he not been tragically killed less than a year later. And it all started with an illegally parked car. On July 23, 1996, a police officer with the Teaneck Police Department responded to Biggie's apartment in a gated complex over ongoing issues with vehicles parked in a fire zone in front of the building. This time it was a BMW driven by someone visiting Biggie's place that brought the cop to his front door. And unfortunately for everyone at Biggie's home at the time, the officer smelled marijuana smoke when one of Big's friends answered the door. But the car was then moved, and it may have seemed like the issue was resolved. Except that cop then went back to his station and reported his observations to their Bureau of Narcotics. And it turned out the location was already on law enforcement's radar, not just because of the history of illegally parked vehicles, but due to a neighbor that had called the police before to complain that there was excessive vehicular traffic at all hours of the day and night, and that she was concerned about illegal activities taking place at the residence, and that other neighbors were terrified to call the police due to fear of retaliation. And the local cops were also already familiar with Biggie's criminal history, referring to him as a convicted drug felon for an arrest in North Carolina, and referencing his arrests in New York for assault with intent to cause physical injury, the criminal possession of a weapon, and criminal mischief. So it seems like this officer smelling marijuana smoke was the straw that broke the camel's back and finally gave them cause to get a warrant for the residence. So the same day that the marijuana smoke was reported by this cop, a detective lieutenant with the department's Bureau of Narcotics obtained a search warrant, and that very evening he held a briefing with 17 officers and detectives and investigators, along with a canine named Rex. And at 8:49 p.m. that evening, those cops executed the search warrant at Biggie's home. And Biggie answered the door himself, and inside they found another half dozen people just hanging out, including his close friend Lil Cease and fellow recording artist Lil Kim. And a search of the place found multiple containers of suspected marijuana, ammunition, a Tech-9 submachine gun with defaced serial numbers, loaded magazines, a bag
a Tech-9 submachine gun in New Jersey. Pay attention. Somebody had to tell. I'm from Jersey. You cannot have that type of gun in New Jersey.
Containing 2 9mm handguns and a .380 Beretta and a Smith & Wesson .22 caliber, a crossbow with arrows, and $559 in cash. They also recovered 56 photographs and noted that 2 of them showed men posing with handguns, and that Lil Cease appeared to be one of those men, and that the guns seemed to be the .22 and .380 handguns found in the home. Many of these photos collected by police at Biggie's home have never been seen before. And I love the obligatory gangster movie posters on Biggie's bedroom walls. Of course, Biggie got his moniker from a 70s gangster movie.
Well, if it ain't Shuffle Along Mac and his old-time donkey. Biggie Smalls.
Biggie and all 6 of his friends were subsequently arrested, and then a 7th friend, another roommate of Biggie's named Sweef Jackson, better known as C Gutta, showed up later and was brought in for questioning. And during questioning, Biggie claimed the home was his and that his roommates included Lil Cease, C Gutta, and Damian Butler, another close friend of his who would go on to witness Biggie's murder in Los Angeles along with Lil Cease just 8 months later, but who at this time was incarcerated in New York for a parole violation. Biggie admitted to smoking marijuana on a regular basis with the other members of the Junior Mafia, his backup group, but he denied any knowledge of the guns that were seized, but said that C Gutta may know about the Tech-9, quote, because he was the type of person that would point a gun at someone for a...
Stop right there. Did you catch that? Let's go back. I'm just asking the question, not trying to assassinate the man's character. He's gone now, but did Biggie tell? Was he a rat?
For a parole violation. Biggie admitted to smoking marijuana on a regular basis with the other members of the Junior Mafia, his backup group, but he denied any knowledge of the guns that were seized, but said that C Gutta may know about the Tech-9, quote, because he was the type of person that would point a gun at someone for a joke. And
Biggie told the police, this was during an interview, C Gutta might know about the Tech-9. Might know about the Tech-9.
and had, quote, done this on several occasions using a silver chrome gun. Interestingly, C. Gutta had just been involved in an infamous incident with Biggie and Puffy just a few months prior when Tupac and Suge Knight and their security confronted Bad Boy's entourage outside the Soul Train Music Awards in Los Angeles, and C. Gutta had allegedly pulled a weapon. Biggie also told police that he had seen his friend / incarcerated roommate Damian Butler, quote, in possession of a gun in his residence. And the
Stop right there. Now, this is the police questioning. Biggie said what? He has also seen Damian Butler in possession of a gun in his residence. Let's go back.
Awards in Los Angeles, and C. Gutta had allegedly pulled a weapon. Biggie also told police that he had seen his friend / incarcerated roommate Damian Butler, quote, in possession of a gun in his residence. And the finger pointing didn't stop there. C. Gutta copped to some of the marijuana and ammo, but when asked about the weapons, supposedly replied, well, it's Biggie's house. He should know what's in his house.
Lil' Kim kept it G as always. Lil' Kim has never done no talking. Pay attention.
Lil' Kim denied smoking weed and told police the boys do what they do. But C stayed strong and only admitted that it was him in the photo holding the guns. And he wouldn't even reveal who'd taken the photo. In the end, Biggie caught the most charges, probably because it was his residence, getting hit with possession of a large capacity magazine, possession of an assault firearm, possession of a defaced firearm, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and marijuana possession. Lil Cease was hit with some firearm and marijuana charges, and the rest of the group, including Lil Kim, got charged with possession of marijuana under 50 grams. So pretty minor drug charges for the rest of them. Further investigation later revealed that one of the guns seized was stolen, and police suggested that Lil C should get an additional charge for receiving stolen property. And the .22 revolver was also determined to have been stolen. The following morning, Biggie's attorney called the detective lieutenant on the case and requested that there be no further questioning and announced that he would also be representing everyone else in the group with Biggie. Biggie's bail was set at $150,000, Lil Cease's was set at $50,000, and the others in the group were simply released. And Lil Kim's fierce mugshot from this arrest has become one of the most iconic images in hip-hop history and is still sold on t-shirts and posters.
Okay, just wanted to play that for some of you guys. Not trying to kick the man's back and he's gone now. Giving statements to police, you know. My type of nigga, I've been there. Area code 647, good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Are you there? 647?
Hi, Star. This is David DiCordova calling in from Toronto, Canada.
Hey, man. Today's Religious Talk. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking, sir. I'm doing well.
Great to hear. Great to hear from you. I check in with you once in a while, right? I shoot you a text and you email.
Appreciate. Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that. Man. You never leave the sponsors. You know it's a great thing.
You're more than just a sponsor. I really want to see your channel do well. Today's Religious Talk. So I like to just say, hey, is everything okay? On a personal level.
For sure.
You
that
have
means
been,
a lot.
Yeah. You have been going in on Young Miami. I want you to take your time. I was going to go see her on the 23rd. She dropped off of the tour because she wants to focus on her album. So, I was going to go down to North Myrtle Beach, 3 hours away. The song Spend That Shit. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What say you, David?
I'll be honest, the song sounds good. And when it first came out, even I was guilty of bumping it because it has a good beat. Okay. But when I actually considered the lyrics and I took it in, I felt ashamed. I'm like, why am I even listening to this? Because I mean this from the bottom of my heart. This song is disgusting. This is the worst song ever. And Young Miami should be ashamed of herself for putting out material like this to the masses. This song is worse than WAP. This is way worse than WAP. This song is worse than any other murder, death, kill, gangster songs, because those songs about killing, the average person is not going to go do that unless they're gang affiliated. But everybody can shoplift. It's in everyone's means to steal.
Okay.
Right. So this is why we're going to be racially profiled from mature professional black women, upscale black women, to young teenage girls. Both alike are going to experience the same treatment, racial profiling, because their consumer power is going to be questioned.
Okay.
And in addition to that, not just, and this is the reason why they ramped up security in the malls. I don't know if it's the same in the States, but you can't go anywhere. Security guards are rampant. They increase the security. They walk through the malls. In Canada, we have police in the mall with the damn security, because all the flash mobs, all the break-ins in stores, the jewelry heists that have been taking place. So to put out a song like this, the boosters, the scammers, shoplifting, this is ridiculous. Like, what does she hope to achieve? And not only shoplifting, but credit card fraud, credit card scam. Because wouldn't it be a disgrace? Can you imagine, as a mature man of color, you go to pay for something and they don't think it's your credit card and your name? I would flip if someone asked me for my ID. Can I see your ID if it matches your credit card? I would go crazy. But we can't do that now, because she just destroyed all of us with this song. She just set us way back with this. She should be ashamed. I don't know if Diddy's behind this, because I was his protege at one time. But you know, and I've always said, you know, she belongs in a cell right beside him. Because
hold on a second, David. Have you made a video on your channel about this yet? Today's Religious Talk.
No, I haven't had a chance. I've been too fuming about this, to be honest.
Whenever you get time, man, I think you should, and you know, ask the question.
Yeah.
Ask the question: is Young Miami a witch? You know, or something? Because you know, the greatest power is influence, and this song is influential.
Yeah.
I thought we were moving. When I say we, I mean society. I thought that we had grown up since ski, bust your head. I said, okay, we won't see that anymore. But you know, since that sexy red anthem, now we've got Spend That, and we've got older females. I'm not going to say any names. You know, doing the Spend That challenge. So this is
Sierra. Every time you see her damn TikTok, her ass is shaking to this song. She done made like 50 different videos of the same song, because she just wants to get hot again. And I don't know why. She's supposed to represent motherhood, family. She's with the light-skinned guy. What's his name? Russell something with the good hair, with the Jerry curl.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. They're supposed to represent Christian values and morality and restoring the family to the black community. But then she's shaking her bottom to Spend That, trying to get hot, right? So it's pathetic, right? There's no consciousness. And the worst thing is, whether you're talking about hip hop community, or if you want a broad stroke and say black community, you've removed your right to complain. You no longer have the right to complain. You can't now, because you're complicit in this degenerative culture of ignorance. You promote it. So Sierra, when you go to those high-end stores and I don't want to ever see her cry like, oh, they thought I couldn't afford this purse, or they thought that. No, because you were shaking it to Spend That. So you've removed that right. Don't cry. Look what happened to Oprah. Remember when she was in Europe and she tried to buy that handbag?
Oh yeah.
And when her head wasn't relaxed or something like that. So this is the thing. We're doing it to ourselves now. And we can't even cry wolf now. I can't even. If I was racially profiled, I would just have to take the L. I wouldn't even say anything, because I'd look stupid. Oh, because I'm black, I'm shot. You look like a fool when you do that. Oh, see, he's crying again. He's complaining. He thinks everyone's racist. One of the worst things ever is when you remove a people's right to complain. Because now it's like cry wolf. You cry wolf so many times, now you can't do it no more, because they're gonna say, "Oh, you think everyone's racist." But when it comes to the credit card now, I can't wait when that professional black lawyer goes into the upscale store and flashes his credit card, and everyone's nervous when he wants to buy $1,000 suit, and they think that the credit card's not his; it's a stolen credit card.
Can I jump in, David D. Cordova?
Please,
can I jump in?
Yes, sir.
The type of woman that Young Miami is, and I don't know her personally, but you know what she would appear to project, and the song, which is, you know, it's art. It's art. Are you intertwined with those types of females? Or is there something that you detest about those types of females? Because this song has crossed boundaries, and it's not just the black girls, but it's the white girls, the Hispanic girls. Niggas, spend that shit. Spend that shit.
It's something I detest.
Okay.
It's something I detest because this is more than a song. It's an anthem. And once you make something an anthem, now it's just in people's minds, right? And this is the world looking at us and saying, this is who they are. This is who they are: boosters, scammers, and shoplifters. So retail department spaces, keep an eye on them, watch them. They're going to steal. The credit card's fake. It's fraud. It's stolen. And the irony is she got she got a challenge for the Spend That song where she's going to give out a free Go-Yard bag, which is an expensive bag to the winner of the challenge.
Very expensive.
Instead of giving a free bag, why doesn't she have a shoplifting challenge, right? To see who can steal the damn Go-Yard bag. That's what she should do. because that's what she's promoting. She should issue to the winner, whoever walks into a retail store and steals one of these high-end, I'll personally cash app you $20,000, the cost of the bag. Because that's what you're going to buy the bag? Is she going to purchase?
David, with all due respect, someone says on the screen, David knows those types of girls got the fire coochie.
Well, shoot, they probably do, right? But
well, listen, this is subjective perspective.
Who doesn't?
This subjective perspective. Yeah. Did you, at any point in your life, come across a girl like that and you got? You sound very passionate about this, and I can respect that. It's just a question.
I've come across excessive materialism. I've heard this all my life, growing up, maybe even as early as high school. Okay. The purse and, buy you. Back then it was baby fat. God, if you had a baby fat tracksuit, my man got me Rockaware. Now the people spit on that. Like no one even cares for those brands. We want to all this high-end designer stuff that, in my opinion, no one can afford, right? You're like a walking billboard. But yeah, we just have to see how far this song goes. And this is the thing. I can't stop the momentum of this. This thing is momentous. This is gone.
You know what? And David, Troll Babies, has the remix come out yet? I don't even think the remix is. I could be wrong. So this is gonna. I think this will have another 30 days if I'm not mistaken. But hey, man, you got to do a video on your channel. Today's Religious Talk. Great to hear from you. Anything else you want to mention? Do you care about Jake Lang wearing blackface or no?
Absolutely not, because they got people getting tattoos with blackface now. So as far as I thought it was a tattoo, I'm not surprised. I don't think anyone should care. People are blacking out their arms, their whole. It's a trend now. Their neck. Listen, there's a famous rapper. I forget his name. He just blacked out his whole face too. It's not coming to me, but yeah, you can Google it. So yeah, I could care less. But as far as blackface is a tattoo now. So as far as he just has a tattoo. But I just thanks for the platform for pushing back or giving people opportunity to speak out. All the other, they agree. They're for it. Every other platform, no one's real. They promote this nonsense. Whatever gets spins.
To be objective, I'm more concerned with young white mass shooters that will go into a mall, or some type of church. And just start laying down fire and or a club. I'm more concerned with them than young black girls stealing and scamming. Yeah. But that's just me personally. But hey, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the platform.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, sir.
Okay.
All right. Bye. All right.
David D. Cordova, today's Religious Talk. Guys, on the screen, showrunner at Tower of Love Foundation 3168. That's Sheila. Okay, she does great work in the community. Okay, Dawn, I got your donation via Cash App. Thank you so much. She says, feeding the machine. Deeds, are you around? I sent you a text message. I had to let him talk about that Young Miami thing because he was leaving some comments under the video that we did about Young Miami, the song. Nigga, spend that shit. Spend that shit. Okay, hey, I am King. Okay, King Simon, peace. I got your email, yes, and I may or may not get to that, but let me just finish up on some of the other topics that we do have on the table so that I'm not doing too much. King Simon, good to hear from you, sir. Well, if anybody does get caught, in some type of crime, state to state, you got gun charges, felony warrants, and all sorts of shit. This is the best lawyer to contact. Tell her I sent you. That's legally Shay. If you got caught trying to sell firearms in another state, you cross the state line, you got to come up with a defense, a strategy. You got to think about a plea. That is the best lawyer right there. That's legally Shay. Okay. I now want to play another video, and I hope this one affects you the way some of these other videos that I play when it's black on black crime. Oh, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear about white people shooting black people, missing black people hanging out with white people, and then they disappear. But here's a video that I found to be appalling. Hold on a second. East Point, Georgia. You guys know where East Point is? I've been through East Point many times. This video came out 2 days ago. A 75-year-old black woman shot in the back, more than likely by a black person. That's East Point. Let me play this for you. Now, let's have the discussion. This is appalling. Do you think a white person did it? Here we go.
East Point police want to find the person who shot a Good Samaritan as she passed out food to the needy. The horrific shooting happened Wednesday morning as Dorothy Gordon handed out baked goods from the trunk of her car. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from Grady Memorial Hospital, where she just talked with the 75-year-old son.
Well, good afternoon, Christine. This shooting has angered a whole lot of community members and even veteran lawmen, and it's left 75-year-old Dorothy Gordon here at Grady Memorial Hospital with a bullet still lodged in her back.
I think it was terrible. It's just you never know what's going to happen, and somebody's trying to do the right thing, and then stuff like this happen.
Justin Gordon is flabbergasted that someone would shoot his mother, Dorothy Gordon, at 9 o'clock in the morning as she passed out food Wednesday at this Chevron on Washington Road in East Point.
Mom usually donates food, so she was handing out food at the gas station, and then some stray bullet struck my mom in the back.
East Point police say the shooter took off. Crime Stoppers has posted a $5,000 reward for anyone with information. Even police are livid behind the senseless shooting.
Right now, I get it, the reward, but right now our biggest reward is finding out exactly what happened. We're angry by this, we're saddened by this, and we want to bring the family justice.
And East Point police say there were really a lot of people in the area when this shooting happened on Wednesday morning. They are asking anyone with information to give Crime Stoppers a call. That number is 404-577-TIPS. That is the very latest from downtown. Angelique Proctor, Fox 5.
Yeah, we do.
Salute to my nigga A Boogie. He says, "Come on, Star, where are we going?" That man's a member. That man spends Skrilla. Would he be saying that if I was playing a white person beat on a black woman or something like that? Oh, niggas would be enraged. Thank you for your comment, sir. Black woman, 75 years of age, shot in the back in the morning, passing out food. Can we discuss this? I mean, I'm a wannabe cop, but if I had to guess, she was probably interfering with somebody selling drugs at that location, right? They told her, get out of here. She didn't want to leave. She's doing what she considers to be community work. They may not have tried to shoot her, but they shot in her direction. 9 o'clock in the morning, a woman passing out food. How low can you go? East Point, Georgia, in case you don't know. Area code 682. Good evening. Late night. We're talking about a few topics. Are you there? 682.
Oh, what's going on? Start is me?
Yes, sir. How are you? Good
Can you
evening.
hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm all right, man. Hey, man, I've been following you since about 2010, man. You always got good stuff going on.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to talk about the girl who chopped the granny's thumb off, her finger off, or whatever.
A young sir, can I keep it real? A young nigga bitch and her boyfriend accused chopping off grandma's thumbs, plural, both thumbs, to use her iPhone. Shot up the house, killed 5 people. They shot 7, but killed 5. Take it away. Go ahead.
Man, I'm right there with you, man. They said in the thing the girl was a runaway. She had a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? I think his nose might have been running. They needed a 3-5. The granny got the cash app in the phone. And, you know, they wanted something to eat. She said, we got some black eyed peas and cornbread back there. They said, nah, we want some Chick-fil-A. Well, Chick-fil-A ain't open on Sunday. But you know what I'm saying? They don't want that. They want the DoorDash. They don't want to eat no food that's at the house.
I'm not saying you can't make fun of this situation, but let's really try to explore. I mean, all we can do is just, speculate. Do you think that they had no respect for the grandmother? Maybe she was helping them do something. I don't know. I don't want to just accuse the grandmother of doing, selling drugs or something like that. But why would they take it to that extent to cut off her thumbs? That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And trying to get in that iPhone, whatever they was trying to get, and they already said Granny didn't really know what she was doing. So she know what was going on with the phone. I'm pretty sure Granny done asked for some kind of assistance, and she done did some kind of, shake stuff. But
where's the outcry? Where's Jay-Z?
Yeah, where's Crumpet? I'm surprised he ain't came through to support Granny.
Right. Well, Granny's dead, but these types of stories, man, are horrific, and it can't just always be when a white person is involved. I think that is so low grade to do that. I don't know anything about the boyfriend's family, but why didn't they go shoot up his family? Not that I wanted that, but I'm just asking.
Yeah, hey, I mean, I agree. That's a good question right there. I mean, the dude's family, they weren't looking for him or anything. Or, what do they got to say about it? He was over there. He was the cause of it right there with her. So, hey, they need to be. But, yeah, I want to talk about Jake. What's his name? Jacob Lang?
Jake Lang wearing blackface in response to Druski's parody. Your thoughts?
Hey, man, that dude is a real nigga, man. The parody was kind of trash. I ain't gonna lie. But as far as everything else that he be doing, I stay in Texas. I see the dude out when he was at Frisco when the Carmelo stuff was going on. And dude was just going off.
You said Jake Lang is a real nigga?
Yeah, we like Rory. You know what I'm saying? Come on. He a little extreme in what he do, but what he saying and what he down for, he stand on it. The different functions, man. I done seen a dude with big black dude with dreadlocks. He look like the Predator. I'm talking about out there wailing on him. He just falling down, steady holding up the sign and walking. I'm like, man, when is enough gonna be enough? But like, golly, like it was just ridiculous. And yeah, he was holding up signs. He was talking about black parents keep their kids on welfare.
Black parents are failures. That's what he was saying. Black parents are failures. You're saying Jake Lang's a real nigga. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Hey, I know growing up, I knew a girl that was on. Her mom was on a Section 8. Man, she grew up to be in a Section 8. Like, come on, man. That just be what it is. They have kids when they're young. They already know, hey, we ain't got to work. We get the stamps, child support, you know what I'm saying? And it just, goes, oh, it's sad, but I mean, it's just real. So yeah, I just wanted to say, Jake, he a real nigga, man.
Okay.
And Biggie, I believe Biggie was a snitch, man. I seen in a video a long time ago. Man, actually, it was a documentary.
Come on.
The dude was going around, some foreign dude. He did a documentary probably about 99, 2000. And he asked Biggie Mama, it's one song that he did. It was poor and he was selling crack to make money. And he asked her about it. And she was like, nah, that's an image, you know. Like, yeah, he was snitching. He wasn't down with that. He was just down there with them boys. Smoking, blowing.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
if I can interrupt for a second, we've got what appears to be legitimate paperwork now, so that's why I'm even bringing this up. I know what you're talking about, and I don't want to just attack the man. He's gone now, but
okay, yeah, right on.
Even if he did,
right
within that interview, and it appears that he did, say something, would that be crossing the lines of ratting or snitching? I mean, if you ask me, I would say, yeah, you're telling on niggas, telling who the gun may belong to. This is how he moves. That's sucker shit.
Yeah, he might have, signed him on proper agreement too. Every now and then he got, some information. Some people went around down and they was good. Probably told Puffy.
No,
Puffy
sir. He died a couple of months after that. So I'm not trying to again, I'm not trying to go all over the place based upon that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know the time frame.
Yeah.
I got you. I
appreciate the call,
man.
though, man.
I believe it. Yeah, good looking out, man. Hey, enjoy the rest of your show.
Salute. Kids, Brooklyn is home of the rats. Harlem is the home of snitching. There is a difference. Hey, any Brooklyn niggas in that live chat want to keep it real? Brooklyn has always specialized in lining people up. Cutthroat, backstabbing, conniving. There's never been any loyalty in Brooklyn, ever. Not just because of how these zones were, laid out and the different school districts and government subsidies and stuff like that, but it's always been chaotic. Home of the rats, I gotta get this nigga before he gets me. That's Brooklyn. Yes, no, maybe. That's why that's how and where I learned in Brooklyn. Oh, okay. So this is how I get around certain things. Somebody's one of the members, pardon me, was it Mahogany? Hold on, guys. Taking my time this evening. There was a nice comment I wanted to respond to it. I can't find it. I think it was Mahogany. She said something. Can't find it. Phone lines are open, though. Hold on, guys. Where is that comment? I should have wrote it down. Kids are different. Yes, the kids are different. However, we have to look at everything in its totality. Okay. Can't find it. Pardon me. Anyway. Let me cross that off. Nobody calling about the 75-year-old black woman shot in the back? Handing out food. Oh, my God. Desmond Fox, good to see you, sir. Just get the links you spoke on. Okay, Desmond, give me some time. I'll send you those links after the show. Okay, guys, I'm not going to go back to Young Miami. David D. Cordova had a lot to say. Jeffrey, what's going on, man? You sent me an email, something about, what is it? Okay. Yeah, that's not really the main topic tonight. Thank you, Jeffrey. But David D. Cordova, he wanted to address that. Photos. Guys, are we good on the Jake Lang video? I don't think I need to play it again. Peace, King Simon. I got your video, sir. Let me play King Simon's video that he sent me. Robots in China. I'm not surprised as a science fiction reader, lover,
just deployed a combat robot alongside real police officers on real streets. This is not a simulation, not even a test facility, real streets. And if you think you've seen this somewhere before, you have, in a movie. Except this time, it's not fiction. This is the T-800 by Engine AI, 5 feet 8 inches tall. It runs, executes spinning kicks. It fights with military precision, and it operates for 5 hours straight. Zero fatigue, no hesitation, and no emotion. It doesn't get scared. Neither does it make emotional decisions. It just executes. But this is where it gets bigger. China didn't just build one combat robot. They launched the world's first humanoid robot combat league. These robots fight each other in real matches, not to entertain, but to learn. Every fight sharpens their AI, teaches them something new about how to move and react, how to win. Analysts say this cuts AI development time by 30%. They're not just building robots, they're training soldiers. And these robots are already deployed. Not in a lab or behind glass at a tech conference, they are on the streets, walking next to police, responding to real situations. While Americans are still debating whether AI is dangerous, China already answered the question by putting the answer on patrol. So here's the only question that matters. Are we watching a safety upgrade, or are we watching China build something we won't be able to turn off?
That is not an AI video. Okay. Phone lines open if you care to discuss it. Let me go to area code 314. Good evening. Please stay on topic. We're talking about a few things here this evening. 314.
What's cracking, Star? How you doing, man?
Hey, good, man. Where do you want to start?
Jeffrey here from St. Louis, man.
Hey.
Pardon to go off topic with the Young Miami thing, but
what's going on?
Yeah, just to clarify, I mean, as if the situation couldn't get any more diabolical. Just listen to kind of how you describe things. The mom, so the two crazy cats, the 15 and 16-year-old. So the boyfriend got kicked out of his house. I'm sure you might have commented on this, and the daughter was trying to get him to move into the crib, and the family said no.
Right.
So they originally went to her dad's sister's house, killed her first, put her in a tote, put her out by the dumpster, went in the house, cleaned up, moved in. The other people didn't get shot until a week later. The grandma and another one of the male family members went to the house because they hadn't heard from, I think it was the mom or the aunt. He surprised those guys in the house cleaning. The dude, the young man, the 16-year-old shot that guy. Grandma was out in the car. The 15-year-old girl goes out, "Hey, grandma, what's up? Come inside. I got to show you something." She goes inside, the dude shoots her in the face. And then I think it was only one thumb. But
Jeffrey, stop right there. Stop right there. Now I played a video when this story first happened. So thank you for going back through the details. When I heard the part about cutting off 2 thumbs, right? 2 thumbs. That's what it said in the story. When I heard that, I said, "Wow, how low can you be to cut off both of her thumbs?" Take it from there.
Yeah, it might have been both thumbs. It's almost, I'm not sure how much that necessarily matters, but it sounded like they were trying to get into the phone to get into some of her cash, to get into some of her bank accounts and get some loot. But so yeah, this was carried out over the course of several days. Like I said, the mom was killed first. A week later, the grandma, and then another son, I think. And then maybe later that day or a couple of days later, they killed some people at the park. So this took place over several days. I mean, they even moved into the aunt's house, thinking. I mean, I sent you my thing, man. It's so crazy now. I got a new show coming up called The Cult of Crash Out, where it's just like this is an epidemic. What made these guys think they would get away? You shoot 7 people, 5 died. What in their mind thought they were going to be able to walk from this?
Well, I don't know if today's generation thinks that far down the road, because everything is different now. How old are you again? I forget. We've spoken before.
I'm old, baby. I'm 52. Going to be 53 next month.
Okay. You know, nobody wants to read a 3,000 word feature story anymore. Everything is quick, fast. People doom scroll. Even social media platforms are trying to push us to make more shorts as opposed to long form content. So if I had to guess, and I'm a high school dropout, you know, the younger generation, they don't think that far down the road. I don't even think they even consider what penitentiary really means in the long run. Does that sound crazy?
No, absolutely. I mean, not only is this kind of a generational and cultural, but from a physiological standpoint, 15 and 16-year-old, your frontal lobe is not developed. You don't understand consequences, and that becomes exacerbated by, like you said, social media.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I mean, I think it's horrific, and but you know, cutting off her thumbs. Why not just put? I don't want to describe something, you know, horrific, but why not put the gun to her temple and say, "Go into the phone. Give me some money." Why shoot her? You said they shot her in the face and then cut the thumbs off in that order. Yes.
Yes. Crazy. And then here in the bond hearing, where of course his bond was denied, a lot of the evidence came out with the text and with the Instagram. You know, she's like, "Oh my God, I can't wait. You know, I'm gonna kill my whole family for you, babe. Would you do it for me?" And you know, he's like, "Oh, this one's gonna be hard." He's like, "Oh, it's no big deal." The girl's like, "I like blood." I mean, she's saying this about her family members, and it was the video I sent you with the father, man. I mean, that's just beyond heartbreaking. And he's even to the point where he's like, "I have no sympathy for this, man. I loved my daughter, but even the grandmother that they shot in the face, she was trying to help mentor her over these last several months because they both were crashing out. But the daughter, the grandma, was trying to help her out.
Yeah.
And this is this is what she gets for it.
Absurd.
Crazy.
Absurd. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Any thoughts on Jake Lang wearing blackface in response to Druski?
I mean, it's, you know, good bread and circus to keep us distracted from a bunch of larger stuff that's going on. But I don't know, man. We tend to have a lot of selective butt hurtness, man. I used to live in Chicago. I live in St. Louis. I mean, there are killing fields going on in every major city in this country. But yet we want to selectively get butt hurt about somebody making a meme, making a video. Yeah, it's distasteful. Yeah, it's abhorrent. But it's just like we got bigger problems to fry, if you know what I'm saying. On the list of priorities, this should not be it.
Okay.
We got this young man down in Mississippi. Once that stuff starts coming out, man, it is going to we're going to be smoking in the city. Once the truth comes out about that young man, I forget his name. People say it's some white boy clapback for the Austin, for the Carmelo Anthony stuff. But once this truth comes out about what went down in there in Mississippi, it's just going to be no bueno, man. It's going to be smoke on the countryside without a doubt.
Okay. Great to talk to you, Jeffrey. Thank you for tapping in.
Take care, bro.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Take care, sir.
Okay. Here's my number one news correspondent. Let me bring him right in. Sir Gene Richmond on a Sunday night, early Monday morning. Are you there?
Yes, indeed. I'm here. I mean, it's you could say I'm Walter Cronkite. You could say I'm Bernard Shaw. You could even say I'm Peter Jennings. But no, I'm in a class all by myself. It's always a pleasure.
I agree. Good to hear from you, sir. A few topics on the table. Jake Lang wearing blackface is my main topic. If you would care to comment. Did you see the video? I played it a few times.
Yeah, I actually watched the video a few days ago, but yeah, I was monitoring the video as you played it.
Okay.
I mean, Jake Lang is, as we know, is a far right wing commentator. He, for those who don't know, he served time for January 6th. He was in solitary confinement for over 2 years. But the thing about what's interesting about him is, you know, he's a part of the far right, which is a very more nationalistic, which is a very more right-wing political approach to how they view the nation, primarily immigration, primarily white identity, and things of that nature. But Jake Lang is of Jewish heritage. A lot of people weren't aware of that. You know, he is part Jew, and a lot of the people in the right wing don't support him. They think he's a plant. They think he's an agent of the establishment. I mean, you know, they've gone off on him. I mean, Nick Fuentes went on a rant about him a few months ago about him being in Israel, kissing the Wailing Wall, and his sort of allegiance to some sort of Israeli-based element. So he's a very unique character. He's not what everybody believes he is. Again, he's a sensationalist and an agent provocateur, if you will. So he's not as into the movement as people want to think he is.
Sounds very similar to Ryan Gosling in the classic film The Believer. Remember that film? I love that film.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
He was actually
Absolutely.
he was a Jew hating on the Jews.
Right. I mean, even though Jake Lang has now said he denies his Jewish heritage, he's done with it. He's a Christian now. But again, they're not really buying it, and I think he's really fine. He's really seeking to push this rage sensationalism, to push it out there, to get his name out there, to be highlighted in a way where he surpasses the so-called average commentators in that political arena. But they just, a lot of people just don't buy it from him. So, you know, he's again in a strange class all by himself.
Might he be the American version of Tommy Robinson, who you've spoken about on many occasions on my show? American version?
Well, I wouldn't call him Tommy Robinson, just for the simple reason again, Tommy Robinson has his detractors and he has his critics. Mm-hmm. But I would say Tommy Robinson has been committed to what he's been doing in England. You know, he doesn't go out there and just put a blackface on and does sensational things like bring a roasted pig to Mondami's office, or make a call to attack Muslims and things of that nature. Okay. You know, I think Tommy Robinson is more focused on the nationalist aspect of what's happening in England and the so-called replacement theory that he's seeing in these British major cities. There's no comparison.
Okay. All right. Well, before you go, I mean, I'm not rushing you. You and I spoke about the 15-year-old alleged killer in St. Louis cut off both of grandma's thumbs to get into her iPhone. Savage act. I haven't heard of something that low since the 2004 story where the girls up in Bridgeport, Connecticut, had a fight. One girl bit the other girl's finger off and then flushed it down the toilet. That was crazy, cutting off both of grandma's thumbs.
Well, this is just a prime case of black savagery. And it just comes to it doesn't matter how old they are. It doesn't matter how young or how old. This is the blackness issue come back to haunt us again. Now, I'm not saying that there haven't been crimes committed like this in other communities. I'm not saying that. But again, we're seeing this massive wave of black criminality, and we just can't.
FBA behavior.
Yes.
Jim Richmond.
Oh, for sure, no doubt about it. Like my good friend Pastor Manning was talking about. I was actually a guest on his show.
Were you?
I was a guest on his show many years ago. Yeah, I was a guest on his show. But okay. Yeah, like you said, the black man got a problem. And unless we really sit there and emphasize it and focus on it, we won't get on the main issue here. And it's not because simply it's a racist thing. I think it's more of an internal thing.
Okay. Well, since you brought up Pastor Manning, he has recently said that black people did not build things in America here. He says it's all cap. I'm just paraphrasing his words. But, there is proof, and it's just a fact that they did build things such as the federal landmarks, universities, plantations, and estates, early defense infrastructures, and other things. What's your take on that? Or do you believe that these things were built under the white man's whip?
Well, I have to ask you this. Well, to start for Pastor Manning, he is a foundational black American. He could trace his lineage back generations upon generations. Yeah. So yeah. I think he has an understanding of the history. I mean, this is a man in his mid to late 70s. He just didn't show up. I think he's well aware of the standing in this country and the history of this country. Okay. And for him to say that gives him a very unique perspective. Well, of course, you have to understand to build a nation, it's not necessarily built on the cotton that's picked and the structures that are put together. It's its economic system. It's its rule of law. It's its constitution. If it's houses of academia, if it's social and political order that's put together that creates a nation. It's its borders. It's its language. It's its culture. That's what creates a nation. So if that's the case, then who truly built this nation or created the essentials that have it as we have it here today?
Okay. Good
and
answer.
I think that's what he was speaking to. I don't think he was foreign to not understand that blacks didn't build many things or work for hundreds of years of free labor. I don't think that's lost upon him. He'd be a fool to not say that. But we're talking about.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I didn't want to cut you off.
I think he's talking about the bigger framework of the nation as far as its economics, its politics, its borders, its language, its culture.
Okay. I mean, I didn't want to spend too much time on Pastor Manning, but I found that video to be entertaining. So thank you for addressing it. Anything else you want to mention? I know it's early Monday morning now. Or you want to just land your plane?
Well, I mean, everybody's talking about this film, The Odyssey. So I just want to.
I saw it. I watched it.
I saw it too.
What'd you think?
It's not as bad as a lot of the critics are making it seem. Right. I mean, Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite filmmakers. I think he's surpassed, in my opinion, Steven Spielberg, James Cameron.
Okay.
He's surpassed many of our modern day filmmakers. I think his films are very gritty. They have a very realistic take to them. You know, like movies like Inception, movies like Tenet, which wasn't really popular with a lot of people, was one of my favorites, The Dark Knight trilogy. So I think he takes a very unique approach, especially with his intense action sequences. But the reality is with this film, I think it was just Christopher Nolan's approach to the Odyssey. Because obviously there were some changes. We saw, they talked about the woke characterization of certain characters like Ellen Page, the trans actress who's playing one of the characters, and Lupita and John Leguizamo and things of that nature. But overall, I don't think it was a bad film. It wasn't the best film either, but the backlash is unique, to say the least.
Let me jump in here for a second. I like Matt Damon. I've said that before, going back to Good Will Hunting. I know what he's capable of doing on the big screen. He's a stellar performer. It was just missing something. I can't even place my finger on it. And then I'm, the length and the cinematography. Okay, maybe I missed out on that because I watched it at home on my laptop on the free movie website. But I think as a lead character, he wasn't either brutal enough or, I don't know, his character just seemed to be kind of dry, I thought John Leguizamo, I thought he did good. I liked the witch, how the witch faked out his men and turned them into pigs. That was kind of crazy.
Right.
The Cyclops. Oh, okay. I don't know. It was just long and drawn out, and I didn't get enough, bangs, just like there wasn't enough moments to be like, yo, that was crazy. Or, yo, that was new. Or, I don't know. When I look at, and I hate to compare the two, when I look at Troy, right, with Brad Pitt was brutal, the way he was stabbing people in the neck and just fighting, and the sounds of the goddamn swords. It made you almost feel like you were there. Does that make sense or no?
No, absolutely. I think Troy, which was enhanced on the Trojan War, which was a part of the Odyssey,
right?
Part of the story, but in Troy, it expanded on the war itself and the entire film. Brad Pitt played Achilles. And these characters actually put an emphasis on creating the character to appeal to what the original source material was at that time. I mean, Troy came out over 20 years ago. But I think where Hollywood is today, I think they have to take a different approach to it. Matt Damon as Odysseus played it more as a man who was suffering from almost a trauma, a post-traumatic experience to make his way back home. And if you understand the Odysseus character, Odysseus had a bit of an arrogance to him, in Homer's original poem, if you will. So again, it took a different a different framework, if you will, and how he approached it. So this is why I call it Christopher Nolan's Odyssey.
Right, right. But how old is he? I forget. How old is Christopher Nolan? I forget.
I believe he's in his late 50s.
Okay.
I'm correct.
And thank you for saying everything you've said, and I agree with you for the most part. But you see, today's generation doesn't know the story that well, and they're not going to go read it. They're just not, So in my opinion, the movie has to hit them bang right away without having to know all the backstory. It's kind of like the Marvel and DC universes, which you know so well, and you educate me from time to time on that stuff. But for people who don't know if the movie is sticking to the original storyline, yada yada yada, they're just going to the theaters to see or to be captured and taking into a new place, some type of fantasy. And I just don't think it accomplished that. I think maybe it just missed the mark. You know how it's doing box office wise?
Well, it's actually doing fairly good numbers. Currently, last I checked, it was at 95% critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think 97% consumer reviews. So, overall, the fans and the critics have given this movie a great review, and the numbers are fairly decent as far as what the ticket sales are going for. So it's doing fairly well. Again, is it one of his best films? No, and I agree with you. The movie just didn't take off like it should have, in my opinion.
Hold on a second. Dark Coco Kiss says on the screen, if you can watch it in the D-box seats, it's dope. Okay. Is that where you have to? Well, a lot of your theaters today, you have to. What is that there? You have to order your seats in advance. You know what I'm talking about? What do they call that? When you go to the theater, they ask you where do you want to sit, right? And they have some type of chart, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You get to pick it on the like a touch screen. You get to before you pay for the ticket, you pick the seat.
But does that go along with what she's saying, the D-box seats? Because I think, well, thank you for your comment, Dark Coco Kiss. I think that's trash. I want to go into the theater and I want to make up my mind when I'm in the theater. Maybe, yes, I'm old. I want to get a feeling for, okay, maybe I'll sit here. No, I'll sit there. I don't want to have to predetermine where I'm going to sit. I think that takes away from the spark, if you will. But anyway, Ben, finish up, man. I appreciate the call and thank you for your assessment of this film.
Well, yeah. Again, the Odyssey is out, and I think people should just go see it so they can have their point of view about it, in regards to what the film is. But the film, I hope, can continue picking up traction because next week we get a brand new Spider-Man film. Three actors who are in the Odyssey
Stop
are
right
in the
Stop right there. I forgot to mention Tom Holland in the Odyssey. He was trash. He was annoying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
His character was annoying. Come on.
Yeah, as Odysseus' son, he seemed whiny, and he just lamenting over his father and believing that his father's coming back, and the suitors that are trying to get their hands on his mother, and it's just
trash.
It just really didn't land. But again, like I said, next week is his big week.
Yeah,
it's his big week next week.
Spider-Man,
and that movie is projected to do $1 billion easily.
We'll see. Great to talk to you, Gene Richmond.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Number 9. Guys, on the screen, www.stacygalore.com. stacy.com/business. Great opportunities. Stacy can help you with any type of understanding of social media strategy. If you need work, part-time, full-time, please reach out to Stacy Galore. Who put a comment? Was it, hey, Mahogany? Mahogany says, I love picking my seats. It's always the back middle seat. Now, are you saying the advanced? Hang on a second. Tiffany said something. Hey, timestamp Tiffany says it's called advanced seating. Now, are you saying you like advanced seating, Mahogany, or you like going into a theater and just picking wherever you want to sit? That used to be part of the magic. I don't want to have to sit in some goddamn seat and some fucking slob next to me is talking or somebody's behind me. You can see the light from their phone. I want to be able to get up and move. I want to get away from them and go, I don't know, go to a different seat and then sit there and not have to be stuck. Now you can't do that for the most part. Anyway, thank you for your comment. All right. I want to keep talking, guys, and I'm going to skip over the Dame Dash responding to Lance on Rivera video that I was going to play. I want to go back, if you don't mind, because the last show that I did about Funkmaster Flex accusing DJ Enough of payola at Hot 97, there were so many glitches in that video that it wasn't worth editing. I want to play some of this video again. For those of you who don't know, Funkmaster Flex, I'm very cool with him, and I'm very cool with DJ Enough. I've known Enough longer, but these are good men. And Flex really went in balls deep. Now, to my knowledge, DJ Enough has not responded, right? So I was on the phone this morning talking to a buddy of mine, a lawyer. He said to me he got wind that DJ Enough is trying to lawyer up. Now, this is not confirmed. Are you guys up to speed? So I want to listen to this audio again. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Funkmaster Flex took off the gloves with DJ Enough. And he's not saying alleged. He's saying let's take it to legal means, if you will. This video, this was from Hot 97 in New York City. And it's on Funkmaster Flex's YouTube channel, and it's also on Hot 97's YouTube channel, accusing DJ Enough of payola. So if he is lawyering up, and I heard that he was, he might have a claim not just against Funkmaster Flex, but the owners of Hot 97 as well. Okay? Pay attention. This is important. Here we go.
You know what's so interesting about today, New York? I learned so much. You're never too old to learn if you pay attention. So I'm going to speak on my personal experiences. That's what I'm going to speak on. So, baby, about, was it a year? Over a year. So I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary at 5 o'clock, New York. But prior to that, DJ Enough was on TMZ, and he also doubled down on Drink Champs that I'm the person that got him fired. I mean, I didn't take that as slander. You said my name on something that's not true. I didn't take it like that because I want to make sure I express how I feel. So I am now responding to you. Yeah, a little bit before Summer Jam near my 1-year anniversary. Great marketing, by the way. So New York, we had a situation up here that I can't speak on because I was involved with it. Okay? This was during COVID. Someone close to Noriega Drink Champs, he had gotten a list of DJs that had a fee to play his music. This was COVID's 5 years ago? I had a conversation with Nori, who was very hurt, by the way. But I find it so ironic how you could be on Drink Champs knowing that. Because I told you, remember? Me and you, DJ Enough, we went to dinner. Sorry, I think it was lunch. I showed you the list, which you were on, with a fee next to it. Now, this isn't slander. This is me and you. We had a conversation. We went to eat. Why did we go to eat? Because the program director, Pio, told me to go and talk to you, that it was an issue. He wanted to know if you knew about the allegations about Noriega and what he felt and how much money he was being asked to get records played on this station. That's not slander. That happened. That's not propaganda. No. New York City, I had been given a position up here, creative program director, which I don't really exercise anymore. I don't have to. What it was for is once that situation happened, P.O. asked me to police them. So I was on every text and every email talking about music. On that particular email and text, all they did was talk about bum records, records that didn't matter, records that were not on Shazam, trying to get them into rotation. Remember? Or did you forget? I just want to know. I'm speaking on experience. This is not slander.
Folks, payola is illegal, and everybody who is an on-air personality and or DJ, you have to sign forms that you will not partake in payola. You can not only go to jail, but the station can lose its license. It's a very, very serious crime.
Should we call P.O., the program director, to double check? You were told to have a meeting with P.O. about it, which you never had. And what did you say to me, DJ Enough? You said, what are you talking about? I heard P.O.'s taking money. That's not what you said. Me and you had a conversation, sir. Yes, we had a conversation. Is this lies I'm telling? Sue me, send the paperwork over so we could let them depose us. Is that what we do?
Flex is getting right to it. Send over the paperwork, sue me. And I have been told by a very good source that DJ Enough is in seek of legal counsel.
So New York City, I become creative program director because there is a music call and they're discussing music, but there was only heavy hitters on it. P.O. wanted to balance it out. So I was calling out the records that I felt had dollars on it. That made them angry. Am I lying, fellas? Please, at any time. Oh, you were church moused. Wow. You guys were church mouse today. I mean, if lies are being told, go on your social media and please clear it up. Say Flex is a liar. Go to your social media now and say I'm a liar. Now, that happens. We're still waiting for P.O. and DJ Enough to have some lunch and discuss the situation with Noriega. Because I played a record on a Thursday, and then for some reason, all of these like, hey, it costs this and that much. Did you forget? Okay, don't worry. We got plenty more stories like that. Fast forward, New York. Maybe I want to make sure I get this right. It's over like 2 years ago, right? Another complaint comes into the station. About DJs paying to be on the Summer Mix weekends.
Guys, can I jump in for a second? Is it fair to say that Nori ratted on DJ Enough first, and thus that's where the fallout started? I'm just asking. I'm not calling him a rat, you know. Flex said Nori had a list, and he showed Flex the list. Nori from CNN.
Albert Rodriguez, the CEO, cancels the Summer Mix weekends because it just feels fishy. That was the first time a complaint came in. Because New York City, none of this is why he got fired. I'll tell you why he got fired. Because his show sucked and he had no ratings. That's my opinion. I don't know. His show was boring. He had no ratings and he didn't care. So that must have been why they let you go. That's why most people get let go. No, that's right. I'm sorry, DJ Enough. It was Flex's fault. Sorry, let's stick on that for a minute. You know this isn't slander, right? I'm talking about actual things that me and you talked about. We're just sharing it with the world. That's all we're doing. So back to you being in Noriega's face, knowing that he had an issue with you about him getting like prices for you to play his song, but you sat up there with your toothpick and your dumb look, and that's what you did, right? But I'm going to tell you what's so incredible about you and your team. You know what's so incredible? You, sir, Mr. DJ Enough, you empowered. Is that my phone? Yeah, busy. Chill. Call you back. I'm hammering somebody right now. Give me a second. Pause. You know what's so incredible about you, DJ Enough? Me and you used to stand on the same principles. It's okay. You did what you wanted to do. I do what I want to do. I get it. We just have a different opinion of how we move. You, DJ Enough, are absolutely from the culture. You are from the culture through and through. You are a top 5 DJ when you want to put your energy into it. Me and you, toe to toe for years. Appreciate your friendship and appreciate you. But somewhere along the line, you felt it was right to empower you and other DJs that aren't from the culture. Listen to me today. Listen to me. You thought it made sense to empower DJs that weren't from the culture to charge artists that are from the culture. Say it louder for people in the back. You, Mr. DJ Enough, empowered, organized DJs that weren't from the culture to charge money or whatever, whether you knew or not, I don't know. Empowered them. That's what you did. And those DJs decided it was good to charge people from the culture. Your biggest mistake. You like stories? So let's get back to the CEO canceling Summer Mix weekends about 2 years ago because he heard something. That's the second complaint. Third complaint comes in. You get suspended, sir, on the third complaint. Then you went to HR and you went to the union about me. What was your complaint? Why is Flex telling everybody I got suspended? Why is he telling them I did A, B, and C? That's what happened. I know I got the complaint. I'm New York City. There's nothing to slander. I'm telling you what happened. And we spoke.
Stop right there. Stop right there. This is Funk Master Flex on Hot 97. Earlier this week, going in on DJ Enough, in case you don't know, Flex is responding to, according to him, DJ Enough doing a whole PR campaign about Flex firing him from the station, in case you're just now tuning in, okay?
fast forward to A Boogie, New York. Now, we have a meeting up here with A Boogie. You know, the artist from the Bronx. So all the mix show DJs up here, or some, I don't know which ones, threatening A Boogie that nothing's going to spin unless they get some plaques and some money. New York City, I brought A Boogie up to the station, in the old station, and put him in the room with all the DJs that showed up, because I don't think DJ Enough was here that day. Ems and A Boogie were here in front of all of those DJs. You know what was said, New York? If anybody in this room continues to try to charge A Boogie for anything, they have full right to bash your face in the street. DJ Spazzo was there if you need confirmation. Everybody looked around like, while A Boogie was in the room and M was in the room. You don't believe me? Call A Boogie, call M. Situation number 2. Let's fast forward to Jim Jones. New York City. I come into the office one day. Cujo says Jim Jones would like to speak to us.
Don't tell me Jomo snitching. Please, Flex. Don't tell me Jomo is snitching too.
And he had a real legitimate complaint. And he was pissed off. The meeting was with me, Cujo, GM, Albert Rodriguez, the CEO. You know what Jim Jones felt? Why is there always a price tag to get my songs played on Hot 97? DJ Enough, you weren't at that meeting. But you knew about it. And you knew Nori was pissed off. You know how you knew Nori was pissed off enough? Because I called you on the phone and I said, Noriega is going to send his record over here again, Mr. Enough, and it better move properly on Monday with no payment next to it. Is that not what I told you, or that slander? Because me and you had that conversation. Am I lying? Is Noriega lying? Is Jim Jones lying? Is French Montana lying?
Oh, God, French too?
Just tell me. Tell me who's lying. Is A Boogie lying? Back to Jim Jones. He said, hey, man, it's not cool. The CEO face dropped because you are the mix show coordinator. You see what I'm saying, son? Talk to Jim Jones if we had that meeting. Anybody, reach out to Jim Jones. Let's get to Mano.
Oh, my God, did he say Mano? Folks, can somebody check on DJ Enough? That's my homie. See if he has responded on the gram. I think he's on, from what Flex said, Sirius XM. I have never had Sirius XM, so I don't know the schedule over there.
Oh. That 40K is over years. He wanted me to clear that up. That 40K was over time. Yeah, you can call Mano. Call him, man. Call Mano and said you're angry that she's lying. Call him.
Oh, wow.
Call Jim Jones now. Go down to his little facility and tell him he's lying. Call Noriega and tell him he's lying. Oh, there was some people that didn't want to go on the record. Don't get it twisted. French Montana paid $25. That's what he said. Go to French Montana and say it. Have him deny it. Have him tweet. Have him do anything. Have any of these artists do anything. Y'all been quiet all day saying nothing. Your man too. I never heard him so quiet. No bass in his voice. Nothing. Quiet.
I gotta take a break. Hold on a second. So we got Nori, Jim Jones, French Montana, Mano, and it was A Boogie with the hoodie as well. Jesus. Hold on a second. 586, you're interrupting Bookmaster Flex going balls deep on DJ Enough. Are you there? 586. Sheesh. Get out of here, man. We can't hear you. Sir, you don't call in a speakerphone. Call back. Please don't kill the vibe.
I'm just asking you, New York. DJ Enough, I'm asking you. Because I got you fired. That's what you said. I waited 12 months. You ain't call me. You ain't saying nothing. You let it rock. You let your man Pereira go at me. And I like Pereira. I should say my man because I like him. But you know what I had to do, right? I had to handle that situation. Where do we leave? Oh, French Montana. For the heavy, you have a heavy hitter conference call. French Montana is saying he sent over some bread. I believe he was on Epic. I'm just saying.
Thank you.